Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. We are live and in effect. As we wait the markets to open, they will open in about, well, they're open right now, but it takes about 2 minutes for them to propagate over Kitco's site. And that's where we start out, unless there's some craziness that happens like last weekend. Many of you remember what happened last weekend on this Sunday night. Gold went to an all-time high, over $2,140. So will we see that in the opposite direction tonight, as we can see the markets close down fairly strongly for silver especially. So if we're going to stay here and watch these things, we are going to get back into the comments here as well as what we do in between and the market watch. But I appreciate each and every one of you joining me here tonight. We very well could have another interesting night, as usually Friday's move kind of dictate what is going to happen on Sunday. In one direction or another, we can continue to see the plunge occur left over from Friday, or we could see a recovery, a consolidation. I expect to see a consolidation, I think, but we'll find out. We'll see what happens here. I appreciate everybody being with me here tonight, as we have almost 100 here, and we're 1 minute away from Kitco showing the prices. We're going to refresh that as we see them and see where they're at. But notice, take a notice of where they're at right now. This is Friday's close price. $2,005. As you saw on Friday, it did dip below $2,000 an ounce. Gold did. Yes, below $2,000 an ounce after last Sunday night. It was crazy. And so silver is down 82 cents, down over 3.4%. Platinum was up 10. Palladium was down 26. And rhodium hit up there $50. Good to see each and every one of you here. JM Unleash, FST Cars, Cybercurrent Twitcher is here. Welcome, CCT. He's been a channel member for 43 months. Way to go. Wow, amazing. Good to see you, and good to see John Runyon is here. We've got Hoosier Stacker is here. Savage, Silver Wolverine. A lot of good folks with us tonight. Appreciate you being with me. If I don't get to you, I like to keep up with the chat and say hello, but if I don't mention your name, please don't be offended. It's just there's a lot of activity on especially on Sunday night, so I appreciate each and every one of you being here. Now, it is 2 minutes after 6, so let's watch these numbers move. Here we go. Boom. All right, they're starting out in the plus, in the green. Every single one of them are up now, just slightly, but up nonetheless, which means I think it's a consolidation to the upside we may be witnessing here, with the gold and silver ratio suffering dramatically at 87.16. I believe we should expect higher gold to silver ratios from now on. I'm going to have a video coming about that later this month. But gold is up now 0.2, or 220 cents really, up 0.1%. Silver outperforming gold slightly on the immediate open here, up 3 cents to $23.10. So it very well could be that on Friday, that might have been an opportunity to buy. Yes, indeed. Very good. Thank you guys for being here. Michael Church, Mrs. Coin Crew is here. Red Crawler, me and my drone. 1964 Quarter is here. Strongly offended. Oh my goodness, we can't have that. Nickel Stacking. We got Tony Erickson here. C130 is with us tonight. Yes, indeed. Crazy Coin Day. Good to see James Smith and Thomas Drillick. Silver has to bounce, says Thomas, so we'll see. Maybe it will bounce today or tonight. It is already Monday morning there in the Asian markets. Welcome, Michael Phillip, as well, too. All right. So let's refresh this one more time here and see what's happening now. All right, look at this. Gold could not hold on to its gains. Its slight gain right out of the market open. It is now down a dime now. And just a very slight move to the downside there for the gold. Silver's now only up 3. Well, it's up 3 cents still. So anything could happen today. In fact, we've come to the grips that we can only expect to see more volatility, perhaps, as we head into the work week, because of how the market will digest the numbers we got on Friday. Very good. All right. Good to see Sin City. Niels Han Dynasty is here. Tim Schmidt is here as well. Good to see you guys. Matthew Crustlife is here. So we're going to get into some comments. We will revisit that here in moments, so stick with us here. Silver Hedgehog from 8 years ago. Now I can play a glorified game of soldiers. There you go. Exactly. We can be kids again with these things. We don't see these things anymore, but they made several different versions of. Don't see a squat dropping in behind these lines, says of the earth. And Jay Silver Channel says definitely not for me. Yep, and wasn't really for me either. It's kind of an interesting concept, but with the premiums on them was not my bag. Cemetery Shop on yesterday's video. Expectation of increased demand is catching up to actual demand. It's important to stay ahead of any uptick in bullion sales. This new refinery shows a building confidence in recent trends in the precious metals market. Yes, indeed. It is interesting. It is fascinating to see what's happening. And the refinery, I think, is big news. And I think we're seeing that there and in 3 countries in Africa. I think something's going to be changing there. All right, very good. All right, let's see here. Mr. Dreams, see if $1,800 we can back up the truck. Yes, indeed. That's right. And I remember it wasn't long ago where $1,800 gold was like unforeseeable. It will get that high, but here we are. Now it's to be considered a great deal. E2 Silver says, absolutely true that not all gold is equal. This is a fairly controversial video I put out yesterday. AGEs, Buffaloes, Maples, Britannias, and Krugs are all touch. Easily identified, massively liquid, and done and dusted. There you go. Some people, they just want the most recognized, easily liquid stuff. I can certainly understand that for sure. Me as a collector, I tend to branch out a bit and find some other stuff. Savage Stacker, good to see you. As we press on through here, appreciate you guys joining me tonight. We are watching the markets with Annie Oakley and others that are joining us here in the chat. I appreciate you guys being here. So let's revisit the markets. We had a wild ride last Sunday night, and now gold is now upticked a bit. Now it's up $1.50, and silver is continuing to gain on its previous open, up 3 cents. Now it's up 5 cents, slightly outperforming gold right here. Very good. Yes, indeed, that's right. Aaron Best, welcome. Good to see you. So that is where silver and gold lie right now. Platinum and palladium are also up on the open. I think what's happening here is a sort of a consolidation, I believe. And so we'll see how these numbers play out. But I don't think we're going to see like the excitement that we saw last weekend. But you never know. Because the weekend before that, we did see silver really especially break out to the upside just after I got out, just after I stopped streaming. Yes, indeed. All right, Jigsaw Jazz is here too. Appreciate you guys joining me here. And let's see, we got 200 here. Less than half of you have pressed the thumbs up button. And let's get back over to the comments. We'll keep an eye on this, but they are in correction territory right now, as I kind of had suspected we would see. I would have been surprised and shocked to see them fall much more than they did on Friday. I think Friday was an overreaction, as I mentioned in my video about the market move on Friday. Piston Naive says, I love the pre-33 NQ's quarter ending in gold. Yes, there's a numismatic premium these days, but in the U.S. they are easily transacted with shops, and it's nice, solid, dime-sized coin. Yes, well, transacted with local coin shops. In other words, they will buy them, and I do agree with that. They are very nice. And technically, it's not called incused. It's called sunken relief. But that's just a technical thing for the jargon there. Silver and Cigars, good to see you. Chef Stacker, eBay Appeals, welcome. Good to see you guys. Welcome. Glad you're here with us tonight as we press forward. And John Bethia says here, going against the government ability to buy and control gold is too high a mountain for me to climb. I don't have millions of dollars to make buying gold worthwhile. I can with silver because it can be more usable for me. Yep, I understand that. I think there is something about that. I think I can understand why people would stack more silver than gold because for that very reason. However, I would say that if you're any silver stacker that is buying on a regular basis, I would say put some of that money aside and diversify to get 1 ounce of gold at least. I think it's good to have every silver stacker to have some gold in your stack for sure. D is here. Welcome, D. Good to see you. All right, glad you guys are with us tonight as we press forward. We're watching these markets. We're going to get back to them here in a mere moment. Carrie Tehran, since I started stacking, I've never sold any of mine. Did you see the story about the gold coins cache found in Poland by metal detectorists? The 1903 Gold Eagle was very nice, around 14 ounces. They turned it over to the local government. Wow, I did not see that. I usually see some of those stories, but I don't cover them too much. I have to turn down some of them just because there's other stuff to talk about, and those videos don't typically get as much views. But yes, indeed, it's crazy. Very good. Dean R is here. Welcome, Dean. Good to see you, and so good to see Hoosier Stacker, the one and the only, is here with us tonight. And so is Gold Chick. Good to see Gold Chick. All right, T-Girl Amber says, it's not just insurance. Silver and gold is utility. Yes, indeed, that's true. Yep, it is utility. And she goes on to say here that you can make your stack work for you, not just sit there like Whoopi Goldberg on a toilet. There you go. That's right. Very good. Yes, you can use it. Some places will actually take it as money. We've interviewed somebody that actually did take payment in gold, but obviously silver as well too. All right, very, very good. Let's see. Let's press over here and see what we've got in terms of the markets, to see where the markets are going right now. Markets are indeed continue to climb and I think consolidate to the upside. I really do think that's what we're seeing here. But they are up right now. Silver is up a nickel, $23.12, so holding on to that nickel. And gold is now up $2.20, $2.20 for gold to $2,007.70. Platinum is up too, and so is palladium. Look how close those numbers are between platinum and palladium. They're getting close to becoming parity. They're $50. Well, maybe not. It's a 40, I don't know, $40, $42 or something, $43 away from each other. It's pretty crazy to see. All right. Good evening, Silverstruck. Good to see Silverstruck. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Let's get over here too and see what else we've got happening in the comments section here. We're going to revisit that, but so far seems to be consolidation happening there for the metals prices. Hawaii Silver says this, and a quote, silver is like owning insurance that doesn't pay off when disaster happens. Silver absolutely has not protected from inflation. Well, it depends on when and how you buy it, Hawaii Silver. It depends on how and when you buy it. And I've done videos talking about that, but you can actually do horribly with silver and gold as a hedge against inflation if you do it wrong. What I try to do on this channel and others as well try to do as well is teach you how to stack it right so that it does pay off, even when we have big dips like we saw on Friday. Welcome. Good to see Butterfly in Effect and Sabinator. Doomsayer is here. Good to see you. Welcome, guys. Glad you're with me here tonight as we press through the Market Watch. We're answering some comments in between. So far, the markets appear to be consolidating to the upside in a steady direction. But you never know what can happen between now and then. When I hold a 999 fine ounce in my hand, I can't help but think it feels worth at least $100. I've mined gold by hand, and it felt like $100 a gram, just my opinion. Wow, well, that's something. I tell you what, when you actually get into the dirt, get into the grime, and actually do it by hand, it gives you a further appreciation for what it is. It's exactly right. That's awesome. Very good. All right. Support here from eBay Appeals. Yes, indeed. It sure is nice to see. eBay Appeals did not show much support to Cybercurrent Twitcher to find out about that. Watch his latest video. So I think it's got to be somebody else who watched his video and had created this account just for this occasion. That's great. I think that's great. Matthew Crestlife had to pull some money on Friday on silver. My gold savings is increasing closer to 2K. Way to go. All right, nice. Took advantage of the dips. Very nice indeed. All right. All right, we have Wawaldi says here on this video from this morning here, says, you will be nowhere to be seen when silver drops to $18 and gold is $1,600. Silver is a commodity, stains easily, heavily, unpractical, cheap, and that's why banks stay away. I will be everywhere to be seen, Wawaldi, if silver were to drop to $18. I've been here for 10 years. I'm not going anywhere, no matter what the precious metal prices do. I was here when silver went below $12 an ounce in March of 2020. So don't tell me where and when I won't be. I follow the markets. I don't have no. There's nothing. I don't have anything. It doesn't affect my credibility one way or the other, no matter what silver does. David G says, "Thanks, Sal. Do you personally have a gold to silver ratio for your stack?" Well, I think I kind of calculated it before, David G. Good question. I think I'm about 200 to 1, if I'm not mistaken. My personal gold to silver ratio is I own about 200 ounces of silver for every ounce of gold. So I'm obviously very well underweight in gold compared to my silver stack. And I hope to be able to get it. I'd like to be able to get it to at least 100 to 1 if I can. Very good. Good to see you. Son of a Silver Stacker is here. Good to see Son of a Silver Stacker. You want to see latest, greatest news on the United States Mint? There's two channels that do it very well, and that's Silver Wolverine and Son of a Silver Stacker. They both do a great job at highlighting the latest news from the United States Mint. I used to be the channel that did that, but since those two have started posting videos in that direction, kind of let them have the and talk about what's going on there at the Mint, and a lot of stuff happening for sure. And so check it out. Very, very good. All right, now let's get to Daniel, and then we'll check the markets here. Appreciate you guys sticking with me here, and thanks for the thumbs up, too. We're almost at half the number of viewers have thumbed up this live stream. So, Daniel, it's hard to believe that a country as poor as Mongolia would spend large amounts on gold on an asset that is only an insurance policy. Yes, I know, it's crazy, but it shows how important it is. It's the ultimate insurance. It sure does. Rocky Superstar is here. Welcome, Rocky. So good to see you, sir. Hope you're able to hang on to your 500 subscribers. Indeed, good to see you, Rocky. Welcome, Mike Raymer. A long time no see. Good to see you back. Welcome. And so, yes, indeed, thank you. Let's take a look now at the markets. What are they doing now? Have they gone up? They're starting to pull back a little bit from the gains that they took. So it's been a fairly easy Sunday night so far, but indeed they are recovering. I think they're consolidating again to the upside, as gold is up 0.05%, up $1 to $2,006.50. Silver is up 4 cents. Just over a 0.15% increase to $23.11 per ounce. And yeah, platinum is up too, and palladium is up too. Very good. And Pawpaw Strategy, he has become an honorary citizen on his own accord. Thank you, Pawpaw Strategy. Thank you so much for that, my friend. Very, very cool. Well done, my friend. Thanks for the support. Appreciate you. All right. Yes, indeed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Tucson Bubba is here. All right, very good. And let's see here. So there's where the metals complex is, and we're going to see a high gold to silver ratio now. It's at 87.2, but it shrunk slightly since the night started as silver is outperforming. It's more volatile, so it's outperforming gold a bit here. Yes, indeed, by 1/10 of a percentage point. All right, very good. Let's see here. And where are we at? And okay, here we go. We've got David G. says here. He's got a true story, kind of a funny true story here. Running late for a weekend, National Guard drill 100 miles away, got pulled over for speeding. I was in uniform, handed the officer my pilot's license along with my driver's license and told him I was allowed to fly. He broke out laughing and told me I needed to slow down for the approach. No ticket. That is funny. Wow. That is cool. Well, hey, thank you for your service, but that is pretty funny. That's a great way to do it. Whoa, Tucson Bubba with the first super chat of the night. Thank you, Tucson Bubba, with a $5 super chat. We're going to give him a big stereo slurp for that. Thank you, sir. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Thank you, brother, for that super chat. I appreciate that very, very much. And let's see here. Very good. That's great, David G. All right, let's do one more, and then we'll look at the markets again. Pirate Metals. Oh, man. Thank you, Pirate Metals, for that. And he's saying hello to Pawpaw Strategy. Thank you for the $2 super chat from Pirate Metals. Appreciate that, sir. Welcome. Good to see you indeed. And welcome to El Snapitan. And good to see, and Austrian Stacker is here. He's inspired the video about the Austrian refinery Yes, indeed. And thank you again, Austrian, for sending me that. That's really cool. And let's see here. Okay, so Shay Jenkins says, I stack without a sell date in mind. Right now, I just want to be a pirate. Well, like pirate, yes, indeed. We have a pirate in here right now, Shay. I'm sure one day I want to sell, but it's going to be a long time from now. With that said, there has never been a time where silver has been down. What they mean is down from last year. If you Google any chart, silver is always going up. It might be down or up, but it's always going up, period. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if you average them out per year, if that's really the case or not. On an annual basis, do they go up? If you average the overall price from year to year, you may be right. I don't know. I can't say for sure if that's the case, but that would be very interesting to see. I think if you draw a line through it over the course of several years, 10, 20 years, it definitely is. You're right, exactly. Uh, oh, wow. Austrian Stacker, he's going to go to the gold refinery tomorrow and make a video, so make sure you check out Austrian Stacker's channel. As I said in the video, you should subscribe to him, and that's a good reason to do it. He's going to go to that gold refinery tomorrow. That is amazing. That's awesome, my friend. Very cool, because they just open up, and the building looks like it's really cool, too. It actually has gold on it. Pretty neat. All right. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. We got Kevin O'Brien. Let's do this one. Then we'll get to the markets and see what they're doing here tonight. But so far, it's been relatively quiet, but we have seen a correction. Okay, good to hear you're doing what the central banks are doing and buying more gold. I've been saying this for years. Also, I've been saying, please don't waste your time with silver. It really is a complete waste of time. Well, I disagree there, but any central banks buying silver, of course not. Every story about silver is wrong. Oh, we need silver for many things for the green agenda, and that's a shortage of silver. All the stories are wrong about silver. Shortage of silver equals, wow, absolute nonsense. How many will tell you how much silver there is above ground? 5.5 billion ounces. The stories you are told are about to get you to buy silver. Well, I agree in part. There is no real silver shortage. There's a shortage of certain silver products. There has been, but there is no real silver shortage, and I've kind of debunked that as well too. But the demand for the available silver that's out there for industry, getting it to that and getting it in time is where the shortage is. That's the difference. The supply chains have got to all come together. They got to mine it, recycle it, put together, and that's why the story that I talked about that Austrian Stacker shared with me definitely is big news because the demand is picking up. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Check out Cybercurrent Twitcher posted a link to Austrian Stacker's channel. Make sure you check that out. Song suggestion for tomorrow's show: thrash, folk, country, jazz, or whatever. Okay, so you want a song suggestion or a genre suggestion? Because I can give you a specific. I'm gonna if you let me see here. I think honestly, I'm gonna give you a specific song. Let me see here. I think Man on the Silver Mountain. Man on the Silver Mountain. That is Rainbow, I believe. Dio. Check it out. So I think that's a good one. If you've not used it before, you may have already used that before, but if you've not, that'd be a good one. Man on the Silver Mountain, because you may talk about silver tomorrow in your video. You never know. All right. Pirate Metals. Thank you so much, Pirate Metals. Get your booty a pirate, gold, and silver. Be a pirate. Get your booty a pirate, gold, and silver. Check them out. Thank you, Pirate Metals. Appreciate that so much. If they brought silver into our currency, do you think they do 90%, 4%, or some other figure? I don't know. If they were actually going to do that, it's very tough to say. If they're going to do it, they might as well go to 90%, I would think. And I don't think they would do some of these others. I think the 40% halves only lasted for a couple of years. And they really didn't spend them that much, but it's really hard to say. My guess is they probably would just go to 90%. They'd probably make a $5 or $10 coin or something like that, though. Make a rather relatively small and probably shape it differently or what have you. Who knows? But I think they could do it, and there's a way to make that happen. Very good. Population growth. They can only mean increases in silver prices. Population growth, which is going to mean there's going to be more demand for sure. Tom Larson is here. Good to see Tom Larson and Steve C. All right, let's get back to. But thank you for your comment. I always appreciate people's comments, even if I disagree with them, for sure. And it means a lot. I want you all to be able to speak your mind, for sure. All right, now we can see the gains have pulled back slightly tonight. I think the bears are trying to wrestle away some of these gains. For gold, it is now up only at $1 to $2,006.50. Silver is up only 2 cents to $23.09. Still outperforming gold by a frog hair. A very, very thick frog hair, though. The kind of frog hair that's not so thin you can't see it. This is a very thick. This is a pubic frog hair, okay? We're talking a thick pubic frog hair. The difference between gold and silver's performance tonight. $23.09. Platinum and palladium now moving. Palladium up 4 now, and platinum up 2. All right, very good. Where's my bear spray? Yes, indeed. All right, very good. Let's see here. All right, let's see what we've got going on. YouTube censorship, real in comments. I'm sorry, yeah, and I hate when they do that because I have some people that come to me and say, "Why is my comment deleted?" It's not me doing it. And it doesn't even go in my spam folder or my held for review folder. And some people, so if you ever feel that, please don't blame me because I'm a proponent of free speech. I want you guys to be able to speak your mind. That's for sure. As I appreciate you guys taking the time to comment. All right, there's very rare cases where I'll delete a comment. All right, Rick Kick F8 says purchasing gold with our money is how the central bank steals all the gold and leaves us with worthless fiat crap. You are being robbed. It is like a hidden tax, and it really is taking from us for sure. And when you hold gold and silver, you are taking it from them. Yes, indeed, for sure. All right, let's press on forward here. We've got Choosy Who. Central bankers are moving. Let me get to this. He says central bankers are moving away from keeping fiat currencies as their reserves into gold. They know fiat currencies are printed nonstop from nothing, and therefore fiat currencies have no value at all. Yeah, at least to some degree, they are amping up their gold reserves and not so much in the foreign exchanges. Very good. YouTube comment section for trying to copy and paste a link in news article. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow, that's crazy. I'm sorry, Matt Bittner. Hope it wasn't on my channel. CCT, the ones that I put on your naughty step are the crypto spammers, yes. And thank you. They've been active lately. Yep, I've been catching this too, and thank you so much. Captain Obvious, whoa! Captain Obvious, thank you so much. Captain Obvious, I appreciate that, sir. No problem, my friend. I'm so glad that we were able to help you out, and I appreciate you, sir. Check out Captain Obvious. I love his new profile, too. That's Captain Obvious right there. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. A very kind man. Very kind indeed. Thank you, sir. Wow. If you haven't subscribed to Captain Obvious, you should definitely do that. A great guy, great channel. Very good. All right. Thank you, Matt Bittner. All right. Yes, indeed. Very, very cool. Let's see what we've got here from Shay Jenkins. I always tell people that I invest in silver because I need my money to appreciate me. My government appreciates me and my money enough. That's right, exactly. I like that, Shay. That's a good thing. You want money that appreciates you, because it certainly ain't fiat, that's for sure. JM Unleashed has been very kind to post a link to Captain Obvious's channel. Thank you so much. And, Rocky Superstar, who has another great channel, has just fired a 7.62 by 39 round across the bow of 10 Salivate Metal memberships. So if you got one of those, here, right in this chat, hope you will give him a big thank you. Very nice of you, sir. Captain, Rocky Superstar. Rocky Superstar, yes indeed, the one and the only. Very nice. All right, and we have a Deathmond. Sal, I'm with you. This week we will see a good run on silver. Manipulation this time will not have its effect. I think we're going to see silver recover. I think it's going to hold on this week, barring anything crazy, unexpected. If inflation were to go down, um, I think that well, inflation doesn't increase as much. In other words, if they're going to fall below 3%, like 2.9%, I think we're going to see silver rise because of that. Because that means they're going to be less and less likely to raise rates, and we may have rate cuts coming down the pike. Yes, indeed, very short. Very nice. All right, let's see here. So silver now up 1 cent. That's it. Gold is up $1.70. So it's increasing now. Gold is outperforming silver. Gold is outperforming silver tonight. And the platinum and palladium are both up as well. Palladium is now up 4. So look at that. Crazy, crazy. Oh, yeah. Very good. And look at that. So let's refresh this. Again, now silver's up 2 cents. So it's hanging on to some gains. But yes, indeed, there it is. All right, very good. So let's get back over here to, Anonymous says here. Let's see. He says, there's an ex-military man who happened to have found out that gold was the banker's currency and silver was the people's. Many people don't even know this, but someone who really knows something pointed that out. John McCrone was his name. He also pointed out the U.S. has sleeper cells and foreign troops on U.S. soil. There are many things some of these people know that the average person doesn't. Oh, yes, those wars that we've been noticing throughout history, many people also don't know. Those are usually politically driven bankers' wars. Yep, a lot of people feel that way, but, I don't know. It's crazy. All right, very good. All right, thank you, son of a silver stacker. Have a good night. Thanks for popping in tonight. I appreciate you. Yes, indeed. All right. Yes, indeed. Thank you guys for the thumbs up as we press on here. We're going to get back to the markets here in just a moment. James Steele says this. Let's get over here and do this. He says silver hit a high of $50 an ounce in 1980. Adjusted for inflation, silver is now trading at $6 an ounce. If you trade it backwards or walk it back at $50 was that, then that is kind of an interesting way to look at it. That it's at $6 an ounce based off of 1980 numbers. So far, it has gone down almost 90% from its high. $50 in 1980 versus which is equals to 183 today, adjusted for inflation. No one can argue the numbers. Silver has been a crap investment. Well, you know what, James Steele? I agree with that 100% completely. But there's a perspective that you're not getting. You're obviously new here because you haven't been paying attention to my channel or watching enough. But if you really understood silver, you would understand that you should not look at it as an investment. Number one. Number two is that silver in 1980s, that price movement was an anomaly. It was not the norm. That was a very unusual situation. Same thing in 2011 when it reached almost $50 an ounce, which that in 2011 that was still an anomaly, but it wasn't nearly the anomaly that it was in 1980, mainly driven by the Hunt brothers. So, and that will never happen again. So people should not even look at that. Number three, you're picking two different dates, or you're hitting the high bar. It's like imagine this. If you get I don't know, how would you describe this? Let's say you're a guy in a small town and you want to date the most famous person on planet Earth. And let's say Taylor Swift comes into town and you guys date for 6 months, okay? Well, it was a fluke thing. She likes you. She's the most popular woman in the world right now, right? And she may not be the best looking, but she's the most popular. But it was a fluke thing. She was coming through town. And since then, well, hey, there's just no other woman that compares that's as famous as she is. So you're never going to get that bar again. Highly unlikely. If you're just old James Steele out there. I mean, that's probably not the best example, but you get what I'm saying. You're just cherry picking a couple dates here. And yes. So it's not an investment. You should not look at it as an investment. All right. It's not what it's for. And James Lovell says, the price of gold fluctuates relative to all fiat currencies, but its purchasing power remains relatively constant. That's true. Yep, it sure has. Yes, indeed. And let's see here. We've got Tony Rika says, great video, Sal. It says here, but if you think of the government of ours is telling us the truth about what they have or not, you're kidding yourself. We don't know what they have and don't know what they have sold either. So corrupt and manipulated they are. Well, that's right. I mean, take everything for a grain of salt, especially when it comes to the government, for sure. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see here. Yep, no, I agree, Red Crawler. We don't compare to looks for sure. Gold digger, that's right, exactly. All right. All right, so let's take a look at the markets now. What are the markets telling us? They continue to hold on to gains, but just barely for silver. It's 1 red cent. That's it. Silver's up 1 red cent right now, up 0.04%. And now gold is pulled back to its lowest tonight so far. It is now up only, actually was down for a very slight period of time earlier in the evening. But it is up only 70 cents now to $2,006.20 there. Yes, indeed. Very good. All right. So there it is. Gold up 70 cents. Silver up 1 cent. Gold to silver ratio is still very high, over 87 right now. We could be going red soon, Matthew. We're going to watch it and see. We might be. I think the bears are trying to keep their grips on the markets here, for sure. All right. All right. That's right, Red Crawler, exactly. The Mandela effect. That's right. All right, let's see here. We're going to keep an eye on these markets. We're going to come back to them. But so far tonight, it's not been as exciting as it was last week. But I appreciate you guys sticking with me anyway, because you never know what happens. We have fun here. We watch the markets. We are here interacting, and that's what we do. So we're going to keep an eye on this. A lot going on. So let's get back to the comments again. We've got Mr. Fargo. By the way, speaking of Fargo, I've been watching the new season of Fargo. It's a really good show on Hulu. I am sponsored by the people at Fargo, by the way. No, I'm kidding. I'm not sponsored by them. They just pay me to tell you this. No, I'm kidding about that too. Mr. Fargo, gold to silver price is up 20 times since 1970. So are the prices of everything else. You don't get rich holding precious metals. You stay even. The only people who get rich off gold to silver are the sellers. That's right, exactly. True that. Yep. Very, very true. All right, glad you guys are here. A 400 SB4 bolt. Nice, Tony Erickson has. Good to see. Thank you, Silver Slammer, for the thumbs up. Good to see Cemetery Shop is here as well. Very good. All right, glad you all are here with me tonight. Justin Sartain, long time no see. Good to see you, Justin. Johnny Silverfoot says this on the video from this morning. Let's get over here till we make it happen. I'm definitely not saying anything negative to anybody who invests in gold, but personally the volatility of silver is exactly why I like it. That's literally the point of why I never complain about the manipulation, because in my mind, the manipulation is very advantageous to me as a buyer as long as I understand how manipulation works and use it to my advantage, which is exactly what I do. Yeah, that's true. Why would people be upset if they're clamping down the price of silver, right? Exactly. The reason why gold concerns me is because it's so stable, and to me that means it's probably being controlled by somebody either in government or they're very powerful, and that personally just feels a lot scarier to me in the normal fluctuation of the silver market. Actually, to me that makes it all the more better, attractive to me, because yes, the governments are holding it in their central banks. That's one reason why it's more stable and going up too, especially. Yes, indeed. And that's right, JM Unleashed. Volatility is great for smart dollar cost averaging. I agree with that completely. Very good. Yes, indeed, Jeff Shaw. It's been a crazy, wild ride for palladium for sure. Even more so for rhodium. I covered that as well too. Yes, indeed. All right, let's get over here to 1KZ Rider, and then we're going to check the markets again from this morning's video. It says the following, and I quote directly. Truth is never buy metals near few days before or after the 1st or 15th. I've learned cost always goes up around these payday dates. Check out this and you will save yourself money. I wish someone would have taught me this before years ago of buying on paydays. Well, that's interesting. I've never really noticed that pattern. But, yeah, it's interesting. I guess it all just depends. It'd be wild to see a report on that. Okay, let's see here. Erickson says, I think if everyone in the world holds some silver, even 1 ounce could be more hard for them to manipulate. As always, great video, Sal. Thank you. Well, thank you, Erickson. I appreciate that. Yes. I think it does. It does make a difference to hold it in your hand. I agree with that. Jared Huckabee says, sold all my silver for Bitcoin. Supply of Bitcoin can't be manipulated. Tired of not seeing any gains. Well, Jared, I think you made a pretty big mistake. But hey, it's up to you. But the thing is that's your problem. Looking for gains. It's never what stacking silver was about. It's not about gains. And the thing is you sold it all for Bitcoin. Yes, it could go up. In fact, it went up really dramatically along with the rise of gold and silver. And it's been something. You want to make a quick buck? Yeah, you can do it. But you can also lose a lot too. And how do you know it can't be manipulated? I know they have the blockchain, it's open source and what have you. But what about the regulation, the potential regulation that could come with it? And what if electricity goes out? What if you lose your hardware key? There's so many different things that could go wrong with Bitcoin, I think, and cryptocurrencies in general. Not that I'm against people putting their money in it, but I would never sell all of my silver for it or make that big of a thing. I think somebody told you wrong, Jared. I wish you would have found my channel long ago because I would not have told you or made you any promises of gains of silver. It's not about that. It's about wealth preservation, preserving what you have over the course. Even in the midst of losses, that's right, even in the midst of losses, you are preserving your wealth in the long run because those losses are only realized if you go to sell. And it's about having money outside of the system. That is a very powerful thing. When you have silver and gold, you're holding wealth outside the system, even if that wealth is not recognized as valuable as it was in their eyes by price when you bought it. And I think that's something that a lot of people need to get their heads wrapped around when you stack silver and gold too. Which is why it bothers me not one iota when it goes down like this. I see it as an opportunity to buy, but that's just me. All right. User says, I don't want to be rich. I just want to hang on to what I've earned. Boom. I wish you would have read this comment right above yours on this one, Jared. Well said. That's the attitude to have. Dark Horse says, don't buy much gold or silver. Buy an incoming producing asset. Stacking is pointless. Well, it's not pointless. And if you want an income producing asset, that's exactly right. That's not the point of gold and silver. Gold and silver is not an income producing asset, but it does not mean it's pointless. You missed the point on stacking. Dark Horse is another person I wish would have found this channel earlier because it's not about producing income. It's about preserving the income you already have. That's the difference. Boy, it's amazing. All right. Some of the comments I get. Joey Libs is here. Good to see you. Welcome. Let's take a look at the markets now. What are they doing now? All right. Gold is now up 80 cents. Barely hanging on. Very good. And we've got silver is up 2 cents. So they're hanging on to the gains. Yeah, Matt Bittner, you can get rich with mining shares. It is a risky proposition, especially some of the exploration companies, as I profiled some of them on this channel. But yes, you can. But it is just as risky as any other stock out there. So you have to. But at least it's based off of the assets that we stack and hold. So if you're going to put money in something, it's probably good. That's probably one way to do it, but there is a risk involved. But you're exactly right, Matt. You're exactly right on that, for sure. And yep, and CCT, I'm the same way. We work our butts off. That's exactly right. Very good. All right. Very good. That's right. I agree with you, Chaz. Too big and controlling. Yep, that's where a lot of the problems are. All right. 2K Gold brings out the Yahoos. Yes, indeed. That's right, Max. Good to see you. Max M is here, by the way. Welcome, Max. So there's where the markets are. Let's refresh them one more time. No change there, but the gold-silver ratio is still high, and I appreciate you guys being here with me tonight. All right, very good. As we watch these, the market is moving and consolidating up from the losses that we saw before. All right, let's get back to the comments, see what folks are saying here as we press forward this live stream. CD Morrissey, wisdom dictates that holding gold and silver is the best policy. Holding, exactly. I hold a majority of my silver in 90% U.S. coins and gold in 1 ounce maples. I believe the 90% U.S. coins is the best, as it usually has 1/2 the premium than 999 silver, and smaller coins cost the same by weight as the larger, except for the silver dollar. They're not a counterfeit concern and easily identifiable. The 1 ounce gold maples are 24K gold, cheaper than eagles, have great security features, and are universally accepted. Silver is great for smaller transactions, and the gold is much less bulky for holding a larger amount of your assets. Very good arguments for both of those for sure. Yes, that's a great comment for sure, what he prefers. All right. Electric Ninja is here. John Bethia is here. Welcome. Good to see John Jones. And let's see here. We've got Calvin Cooper. Good morning, Sal. I'm also more into gold. Silver is heavy and hard to store. Yes. That's one reason why I like to try to narrow my ratio between the two metals if I can. All right. Own Silver says, gold is a tier 1 asset, not silver. I'm lower middle class, so I stack silver. Yep, that's right. Well, that's according to the Bank of International Settlements, by the way. Very good. All right. Stephen Manchester is here. Welcome. Good to see Yakim is here. Always good to see newer folks or folks that haven't been around here in a while pop in. And we've also got Bill 457 is here. Good to see you, Bill. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Always appreciate you stopping by, too. Faithfully, you are the man. All right, now let's see what Ray Gilgreath says. Great video. What do you think gold and silver will do next week? I'm saying stabilize. Ray, I think so, too. And we're seeing it right now. They're stabilizing to the upside. We'll see. Mark B is with us tonight as well. Good to see you. And, yeah, Constitutional Dimes, I like it. I've been on a Mercury dime kick lately. My LCS has them for cheap, and I've been buying them up. Just little bits here and there. In fact, I've got a little dime bag with me right now. If you want to see my dime bag, press the number 10 in the chat, and I will show you my dime bag. All right? You let me know, and I'll show this thing to you. If we get a bunch of 10s here, I'll show you my dime bag, okay, of some of the dimes that I bought in recent days. So far, only 110 has been posted. That's by JM Unleashed. All right, what you got? Okay, Silver Honda, who drives a paid-off blue Honda, says the following here. About 2 weeks ago, when silver was over $25 an ounce, I sold 5 1-ounce Canadian maple leafs to my LCS. My LCS only gave me $25 for each coin, which is a total of $125. Now that silver spot is roughly $23 an ounce, I understand why my LCS didn't want to give me the difference. Yeah, they lost their shirt on them for sure. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. All right, lots of 10s popping in there. Now, I'm going to go back and change the question now. The original question is, if you want to see my dime bag of Mercury dimes, press the number 10. But I'm going to change the original question. Rate my looks from a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being that I look fabulous, and 1 being that I look awful. So you all gave me 10s. I needed my ego stroked today, so thank you so much, because I don't get told that I'm very attractive very much. So now I'm getting telling. All right, very good. No, I'm totally teasing you guys, as you know. All right, let's take a look at this. The dime bag of death. No, I'm kidding. This is a... There we go. All right. There we go. There's the dime bag. Mercury dimes. There we go. You can see they let me cherry pick them, and that means they're in a bag full of cherries, and I gotta pick them out of that bag. I'm a 1, says Rocky Superstar. Dang it! Oh my goodness gracious! Dang it! There they are. There they are. So this is the last couple of batches I got on this. Part of a trade for some gold. There's little tiny gold coins. I forgot to mention that in the video, but that's my old dime bag. I like it raw. I need to get some tubes for these suckers. But yeah, so there it is. Stroke that. Right. Thank you, Hoosier Stacker. You are the man. Always for this opportune time. Boom. Stroke that. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Hoosier Stacker. You all should check out Hoosier Stacker's channel. All right, so there we go. We're going to get back to the grind. Back to the front. All right. Wally's Trains is here. Good to see you. Oh, sign up's got 100 of those. Nice. Yeah, I probably have about 100 or so, maybe a little more in total, all the dimes. We have the C-beams. C-beams. There we go. All right. Thank you so much. Wow, there you go. They used to call me Dimebag Daryl, the great Dimebag. That's right. That's right, Captain Obvious. Very good. Full bands. That's right. We have a drummer, a bass player, 2 guitar players, and a singer. A full band with that. Exactly right, Stock Jockey. All right. Thank you, Silver Honda. You were the man. MFPRS. I bought those little ones. Were Mexico wedding tokens. You know, they could have been. I don't know. They're called fantasy coins, but they very well could have been little wedding tokens. I don't know. All right. We've got Forrest Morate says here, metals are no longer a hedge against inflation because of state and corporate manipulation. Well, I disagree with that completely. They've held themselves in spite of the manipulation that's out there. In spite of the manipulation. I don't know what seal beams are, Rocky, but I'll take your word for it. Seal beams. But you know, take a look at a 100-year chart for silver. Take a look at it for gold. Both have done very, very well when it's all said and done. So yeah, yep. All right. All right, Ridge Runner slept all day, just woke up because he's wore out, but he's here now. He doesn't have to pee at least, so that's good. Clear Lake Drive is here. Good to see you, Clear Lake. Good to see you. Looking forward to the rest of the story. Good day. That's right. Rocky Superstar. Glasses. Oh, okay. Seal beams. I've never heard glasses called seal beams. Interesting. That's right. Very good. All right. VK Travelog. Gold and the dollar and U.S. Treasuries are the only Tier 1 assets, and we know where the dollar is going. That's right. That's according to the Bank of International Settlements. It does not mean that silver should not be regarded, but it is a industrial metal, and as obviously understood, and we see that's kind of what it is seen in the marketplace anyway, but it does not take away it from being a monetary metal. Let's look at the markets again. What are the markets telling us now? They are starting to pop out again slightly, gold and silver both. Yes, indeed, they are up a little bit here. Gold up $1.70 to $2,007.20. Silver up 4 cents again to up 0.15% increase for silver. Platinum is now up 3, and so is palladium. Yes, indeed. Gold to silver ratio hanging out at 87.23. It's not as exciting of a night as it was last week, but that's part of the fun of it. We like to interact here and hang out and see what the markets do, because you never know what could happen. But even if nothing happens much more than what we're seeing right now, it's still interesting to see how the markets react in the open and the Chinese and the Asian markets. Pirate Metals. Sal, hopefully you don't mind me asking, how much did your LCS charge for that constitutional? $1.90 a pop. $1.90 a piece. And that was after silver went up a little bit. And the previous batch I bought at $1.85 a piece. I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's bad at all for that, considering where if you do the math, and I haven't done the math on it here lately, but obviously, you know, metals have dropped since I bought those. Metals have dropped, so when I bought them, silver was up before the Friday's big drop. So, yeah. All right. Very good. 79 is here. Welcome, Terry. Good to see you. Let's get over here to Donnie Wolf. The truth will set you free. Indeed, it shall. It shall set you free. Indeed. All right. And Dark Phoenix says, love the setup here. There, Stacker Stream. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, part of what I try to do is to have visual stimulus on the channel, showing different bars, coins, rounds, and even some other objects. A lot of Hot Wheels. From time to time, I put Hot Wheels and stuff in there. Hope you guys enjoy stuff like that. I like to throw it up a little bit, put some things in there. So, yeah. So I appreciate you noticing, and thank you so much. I'm going to have a slurp of some coffee right now. Silver Shire is here. Jeff Nelson is here. Good to see you guys. And thanks for the thumbs up, by the way. We only need 75 more to reach 300 likes tonight on this live stream. Let's get over here to Bosnian Stacker, the empty safe. Says this, and by the way, thank you again to Pirate Metals. Very kind of you, sir. Appreciate the super chat. Bosnian Stacker says, if the story about Jesus is true, then nothing in this life matters. So why are we acting like Jesus does not matter and everything else in the world matters? Thanks for the thumbs up. Well, I forget exactly what the context of that video was, but everything pales in comparison and compared to the story of Jesus. And maybe the empty safe was about an analogy to Jesus. I don't know, but yes, indeed. All right, thank you. Good to see you. And BIEI McDonald is here. Good to see you. And Captain Obvious is chasing the Constitutional as well. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. All right, thank you, Jeff Nelson, for the thumbs up. You guys are awesome. Near Dusk is here and present. Stephen Manchester is still here with us, thumbing up. Thank you, sir. So, Brock Landers, anybody want to bet me $500 that silver's going to be more valuable than gold? I'd take that bet any day. I'd take that bet any day. Not going to happen. All right, very good. Long Live Coins. Long Live Coins says the following here. This. There are some good keys, not quite the keys of hell and death, but good keys nonetheless. There you go. Yes, indeed. Thank you, thank you. All right. Very good. Oh, yeah. Very good. Awesome. Okay, so that is a good price. Thank you, Pirate Metals. Appreciate that. And yes, I will bet. Domestic Energy Assessments would bet on that too. All right. Bosnian Stacker. That's a very good price for it. Thumbs up. Thank you. All right. Yes, indeed. Pretty wild. Carved Morgan dollar sells for $10,101. It's insane. Insane in the membrane. All right. Mr. Frisky 5887 says gold is the only thing I own that keeps up in value with inflation these past years. Yes. There you go. Exactly. Sure has, Mr. Frisky. Norwegian Maid. Thank you so much, Norwegian Maid, for the $5 super chat. Who you also sent a $5 super thanks on a video too. I don't get those very often, so thank you so much. I appreciate you for taking the time to be here, and I'm glad you find value in the content I provide, and I am so honored and humbled that you are here watching. Thank you again for your kindness. It means a lot. I appreciate that very, very much, for sure. Matthew Snyder is here as well. Good to see you. Bosnian Stacker again on this, and then we're going to get back to the markets. This video here, modern coin collector coin grading, my experience. I might whip those coins out again to kind of relive that experience, why I think it's pretty much a scam. That's what that video should have been. That was an older video, though. So, Bosnian Stacker says it's a scam for sure. Only buy for the slabs, nothing more or less. I really don't care about the grade and always buy it at a decent price. Some of these MS70 coins that are going for big bucks on the online big companies, I can find them for about $40, $50 at the local coin shops that I usually go in. Exactly right. It's the only way I'll buy them as well, too. The only way. Yes, and sure. All right. Very good. Jamie Fox is here. Good to see Jamie Fox. Good to see you. So press on through. And by the way, guys, we only need 51 more thumbs up to get to 300 likes tonight. Pawpaw Strategy, who I think was in here earlier tonight. I think he signed up to be a channel member. He says this. It's as simple as that. Hold your metals as they are an insurance policy. Now, don't look down on those who may have to sell because it has served its purpose and has that purchasing power the individual needed. Even if the price dropped, there is some value therein. Yep, that does make sense, and you're exactly right. You're exactly right, for sure. Walking the Golo for wraps. I don't know what that means, Matthew, but that's cool. All right. Let's see here. And let's get over here to Rocky Superstar on this video this morning. Says the following. Sal, I am shocked to see the reverse proofs out of their capsules. The Fed raising rates will not stop the inflation. We will see inflation continue. I think you're right. I think you're exactly right. They've not really been able to stop it. I mean, they've slowed it down somewhat, but I don't think they're gonna. It's gonna be much tougher to bring it down from 3 to 2% again. I agree with you on that. Very, very good. And yeah, I was a little brave on this one. Yes, indeed. Steve C. bought his Salivate Metal 2-ounce round from JM Bullion. Congratulations, sir. Thank you, brother. Hope you enjoy it. The stock is dwindling, from what I understand. There's still plenty there, but for those of you who are interested, you can click on the link in the description of this video for the Salivate Metal 2-ounce round. In this live stream, the link's down if you're interested. Bozzy and Stacker, it's all the same to me, my friend. Nice video and thumbs up. Thank you so much. Modern coin grading, MS70 versus MS69. All right. You don't think even a 100 basis point hike would matter? Well, it's so unlikely that they're going to do that, Matt Bittner. That could send gold and silver prices plunging, I think, in the immediate time. But that could bring down inflation, perhaps. But I think if they were even were there to do that, I don't think it would go back to 2% anytime soon. It may cause potentially stagflation. And why is that, Matt Bittner? Because there's a lot of that currency that's still out there. A lot of it is overseas. And if it comes back overseas with these other countries losing faith in it, then we're going to have maybe perhaps hyperinflation could occur from that. I think that's why they're very careful about the rates, because they could actually create hyperinflation by raising rates too fast, because other countries won't have the faith in the dollar. But we'll see. But anyways, all right. All right. Good to see John Bannon is here. If the Fed raises rates, they will buy the debt. Yep, probably right. That's true. Yep, Mercury down, one of my favorites too, Ray. Exactly. All right. Appreciate you guys being with me tonight. We only need 40 more thumbs up now to reach our goal of 300 tonight. But let's take a look at the markets. What are the markets doing now? And the markets are indeed still up. Gold is up $2.70 right now. So it's up to $2,008.20. Silver is up 6 cents, $23.13. Platinum is up 3. Palladium is up 4. So look at that. They're starting to hang on to their gains. Again, I think this is a consolidation, what we're seeing here, to the upside, as the emotion has driven a lot of the movement to the downside Friday. So we're seeing some recovery, some cautious recovery from that. So we shall see. All right. So that's what the markets are doing. Gold to silver ratio is still high, but it is narrowing down to 87.16. Remember last week, we thought we might see $26 silver. It was in the high 25s. It's amazing what can happen in a week with silver. It's absolutely insane. All right. Let's see here. Dale Val is with us tonight. Good to see you. Oh, thank you, Annie Oakley. I appreciate that, guys. Thanks for the thumbs up. We're only 26 thumbs up away now from 300. Thank you all. All right. Okay, let's get back to the comments. We've got Rolo Kine says, how much gold is it going to be on 1/1/2024 reset overnight? No, I don't think there's anything special about that date. I think gold is probably going to be somewhere around where it is now. Maybe a little bit less, but who knows? We'll see here. Have a good night, Rocky Superstar. Appreciate you, brother. Have a good one, sir. Make sure you check out Rocky Superstar. He streams later in the evening here. Tonight, Bob Silver. Yesterday, I stopped in an antique shop on the edge of a small town, and they had silver coins for sale. I picked up 4 Franklins, 3 Walking Liberties, and 3 halves, Kennedy halves. Congratulations. That's great. Very good pickups, Bob. Solidifying and strengthening your stack. Way to go. Bosnian Stacker, very nice, and thanks for sharing. Thumbs up. A 1 ounce Mexican silver round. That's a pretty neat piece. All right. Very good. And we've got Matt Bittner with an algorithmic hamburger. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that, sir. Very kind of you. S. Vengelanden says, it might be that oligarchs in a certain government are using gold to obtain currency. Could be. Yeah, you never know. Dan Rumble says the following here. Don't forget the Democrat Senate passed Obamacare just after midnight on Christmas Eve. That's true. Yeah, you're right. Dan Rumble, good point. Good point. All right. Good evening to Southeast Stacker. Good to see you. HVAC Residential Basics is here. Good to see John Knox. Transitory inflation, soft landing. At one point, do people stop believing the Fed? Exactly. Exactly right. Some of the nomenclature they use, it's insane. Count Derpula is here. Welcome, Count Derpula. So is Sandman Slim slurping with us. Good to see you. Tiger Stacker is here. The great Tiger Stacker just finished his last patient. Thank you so much, Tiger Stacker. Check him out. Way to go, brother. You are the man. Thank you, brother. Thank you for all you do. Yes, indeed. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that so much. Tiger Stacker, $5 super chat. Thank you again, my friend. All right, Dep Knox says here. All right, this. I've stacked only 999 plus sovereigns for this specific reason. If it comes time to liquidate, I want what is most recognizable across the largest spectrum of buyers. Not only that, if something were to happen to me, I want everything to be straightforward for my family who doesn't have an interest in metals. I do exactly what you and the shop did and trade it for the better known pieces. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Dep Knox. Yep. Now, part of me still fights against that as a collector, because there's a big collector piece in me that is not rational in that regard, but for fun. All right, very good. And Alfonso, you are correct in your statement on silver, and I read that some banks are purchasing silver a few years back. Keep up the great job. Thank you. And I've not seen that, but I'd be very interested to see that data to see if they actually are doing that. Well, we know JP Morgan is for the SLV, but that's from the side of the point. But yeah. All right. Shiny Man says, diamond hands, hold through thick and thin for the long term is how one preserves his generational wealth and to predict against economic uncertainties. That's right. Exactly. That's the way to do it for sure. Yep. Oh, yeah. And Chris Bustler, good information. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate that. That's what I tried to provide here, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch and for your comment. Now, let's take a look at the markets again. We're watching these closely tonight. And as you can see, they are up, and they're holding on to their gains. We are at the top of the hour. What we usually do at this time, around this time, is look at it on the chart to see. And as you can see, for a little while, this is the first time in a while we've not seen great excitement in the markets, but there is a slight consolidation uptick. And that's exactly what's happening to gold right now. As you can see in the chart, we're looking at the bid price. It traded up, and it's kind of pulled back slightly. The bears were trying to get to it, but now it's creeping back up again. Good to see you, Gold Maple. And so there it is. All right. To the upside for gold. But again, nothing to write home about. But most people really don't write home anyway. They send emails. And so there's that. All right. Silver is up a nickel and much the same. Kind of looking, the looks kind of the same, but a little bit more scooped out. Yes, indeed. Very good. And that's exactly what's happening there. Very good. All right. There that is. All right, there go. Michael K is with us tonight. Good to see you, Michael K. All right, so we'll get back to the markets again. Let's get to Islandario. Islandario. Guess he has a drone business there. That's cool. Probably has his Part 107, which I had to get as well too. Says a possible reason the USA has not accumulated gold over the last 100 years may be due to the fact that the Grand Canyon is loaded with it. Well, I know some people say that it is, but the thing is notice how convenient it is to say that when it's protected land, so we really don't know. So people just automatically assume and say that, but that rumor has been going around since the 1900s and even earlier. Yes, indeed. I would not believe that. Don't believe the hype. Jeff Higgins says, silver and gold for the most part are the only asset with no counterparty risk. Some would say land as well, but the property is taxed. You do not own it. Boom. Jeff Higgins, you dropped a massive truth bomb on that. Way to go. You're exactly right. And I'm not against investing in real estate, but, the taxes, you got to pay them. John Bethia, if the prices of silver and gold was worth it was pre-64, would people still be stacking? Well, John Bethia, they still are. They still are. If you take a shiny 1964 quarter and you trade it in for cash, you could buy about a gallon of gas with it now. If you take that same 1964 quarter back in 1964 and buy gas with it, you could buy gas with it. It's held on to its value. So it is worth its pre-64. Not the price, but, but it is. But we would have the whole different set of problems, or actually it would be very good if that was the case, if it was worth the same. Cybercurrent Twitcher, have a good night. It is getting late there. Thank you, CCT. Have a good night, brother. Thank you so much for popping in. Appreciate you so much as we march on through here on the Sunday Night Market Watch. Minus the great Cybercurrent Twitcher, as he's going to get a little bit of a nap there through the night. Yes, indeed. Jolie 2433 says this. Let me get over here to it. Everyone's saying silver to the moon because of solar and such. I think it's the opposite. I think silver will go the way of copper. They'll manipulate it down so they can produce cheaper solar and such, so I buy more gold than silver, to be honest. I can understand your line of thinking on that. But the thing is silver is much, much more rare than copper. Silver is mined as a byproduct of copper, but it's in proximity, it pales in comparison. So I don't think that they can really tamp it down that much for that reason. It's a tiny market overall. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's so volatile, but I digress. All right, Gold Chick here. Florida should have its own reserve soon, and gold and silver will be legal tender. See you paper. Yeah, I watched very little of that interview. I typically don't like to spend a whole lot of time in some of these other channels. People send me links to other channels that the reason why I don't do that, I don't watch those a whole lot, especially if they're channels in the community that never interact with anybody else in the community. I've never seen that guy interact with anybody else on any other channel anywhere. And so why give him the views and something that has been proposed that I'm not seeing anything on the news? I did actually search Gold Chick for this in the news. I didn't see anything on it. It's all speculation. So if they get it in something, and I don't know who he had on there. Like I said, I didn't watch a whole lot of it, but I'd like to see it in the news. I'd like to see a bill on the floor, and then I'll do a story on it. I have a place where I check where all these stories are. Gold Chick, you probably know that I've done a lot of videos about sound money policies being introduced into state legislatures. I hope it does go through, but it's really not newsworthy. And like I said, it's one of those things. My time, I'd rather watch other channels that interact in the community. They don't necessarily have to interact with me, but if they interact with others, I'll watch them and support them. But I don't go to that guy's channel because he's never interacted anywhere over here. So anyways, very good. All right, the low blood pressure says Mongolia went to Miles Franklin. All right, there you go. All right. My kitten is a grandmaster says, thing I love most about precious metals is that it has physical value, unlike some things that people invest in precious metals you can hold, while some things you can only stare at a device that connects to the Wi-Fi to the government can't tell you how much precious metals you have, while other things they can. Yes, it's a yeah, it's if you can, as long as you can verify, and there are ways to be able to verify it. In fact, for silver, there's no other test that I think is more foolproof than the specific gravity test. I've actually demonstrated. I might even do it again, but it takes a little bit of doing. Takes a little bit of doing. All right, Richard Metcalf, a good buying opportunity not only as a seasonal hiring, but the rest are government jobs and healthcare. The devil is in the details. It's not as hot as the chefs at the Cook the Books kitchen would have you believe. There you go. All right. Exactly right. Very, very true. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Gold Chick, if you can email me an article about that, I would love to check it out. Because I wasn't dismissing you, Gold Chick. I just, I don't want to take news. I don't want to take news from another channel and potentially steal what they're talking about if it's not actually verified in the news. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, plus two, I didn't want to just I didn't have time to watch that whole thing, mainly because they don't interact. All right, so very good. Let's see here. Bob Dole says, I put all my money into Beanie Babies in the late 90s. I'm set for life. There you go. All right. Beanie Babies. All right. And we've got Overwatch says, hey, Sal, why don't you do a show on what central bank isn't buying gold? Well, there would be too many videos about that. There's so many. I've talked about many of those countries that sold gold and don't stock gold. I mean, like Canada, and there's others that sold gold and have no more. United Kingdom sold a bunch of gold and at its all-time low, it's called the Gordon something. James Smith, have a wonderful night, James. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you popping in tonight. Chief Remedian Olympus. Yes, we should become our own central bank. Exactly right. We should do that. Is the Jamaican central bank buying gold? I don't know. I'm not sure if they are. We'll see here. I don't know. Max M has just let us know that we've got 300 likes. I'm showing 299. But I believe we'll get another one soon here. And thank you, guys. That's awesome. And Pawpaw Strategy is with us as well, too. Welcome, Pawpaw Strategy. Thanks for sticking with us tonight. And let's see here. Cemetery Shop says, in due time and course, the caveat that evades the naysayers. Silver absolutely will preserve your wealth. 44 tons of gold in 2 years is an aggressive stacking strategy. Don't care who you are. That's right, it is. It sure is. Culture of Currency is here. Amex put a video out today about metals versus bank. Well worth a watch. Yeah, and that's another channel that I've watched sometimes. They never respond to comments, or very rarely do. And I think in some ways I kind of, it's kind of nice that they do some of that, but I don't know. They're kind of competing with the stacking community when they do that. But I'll have to check it out. Yes, indeed. Very, very cool. All right. Richard Metcalf, when you see countries and central banks running towards gold, it's kind of like seeing the geese fly south for the winter. You get the feeling of what's coming. Yep, I think I agree with that. And especially if we see them pick up in buying this year with gold being at all-time highs, that's another bellwether, canary in the coal mine. Yes, indeed. All right, very, very good. Let's see here. Where are we at? Okay, we've got Cemetery Shop says, every comment deserves a like. It only takes a few minutes. There you go. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. And Manuel Miranda says, hey, now I think it's time to show the supers instead of the regular main line. Okay. I'm not sure I know what you mean by that, but all right, thank you. All right, let's take a look at the markets again. What are the markets doing? They are holding on to gains so far, not by a whole lot, but they are hanging in there, which is all we can ask for tonight after the big drop on Friday. Starting to recover a little bit of those losses from Friday. Yes, indeed. So gold is up $1.90 to $2,007.40. Silver up a nickel, $23.13. Silver up a nickel. Platinum up 3. Palladium up 4. John Bannon, you didn't see any videos from me today. Yeah, I posted 2 today. Yes, indeed. 2 videos today. So check them out. If you want to know, if you don't get any notification or if you don't see it on your subscription feed, if you go to my channel, just bookmark this page and then go to videos. And here is the 2 videos I posted today. Look at that ugly guy there. I thought for sure this ugly guy would draw a whole lot of views, but it's repelled people from watching this video. So yeah, I posted 2 today, and I always post every day. Highly unusual that I don't post a video. So yes, indeed. Very good. All right. Let's see here. Fred Pitter Patter says real-time investing commodities. Index live and gold listed at $36,284 an ounce this morning. No kidding. I took a screenshot and then checked other sites. Apparently their AI server went postal for a short time. Yes, we do see glitches from time to time. In fact, we've seen them in these market watches. We've seen glitches happen before. It's crazy. Beto is here. Good to see you. Thank you, guys. Thanks for popping in tonight. All right. Let's get back up here. James O'Neill Brown, trying to get caught up with an onslaught of informative videos. Well, thank you, James. Appreciate you taking the time to watch the videos that you missed for sure. Thank you, Steve C. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I tell you, it's crazy. It never ends, but thank you very much. RV Magnum, thanks, Sal. My silver's getting up there. I need to work on gold this year. Yes, indeed. I hope you will take my 1 ounce gold challenge. Good to see Beto D 2024. So good to see you. All right, glad you guys are with us tonight. Now we've got Silver Stash says, it's a long and slow fight as long as the criminal COMEX is in power. Yep. Well, I know it's something to see there with a COMEX. A lot of people blame the COMEX. All right. It's an easy target because a lot of the stuff they put out is, the numbers can be interpreted so many different ways. All right. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. We did reach a goal. We have 312 likes right now. Thank you. We might get 400 tonight if we're lucky. Or all of you that are here, just press the thumbs up button. There's actually 262 people in here now. Believe it or not, we could get 400 likes in a split second. Just like that. There's enough of you with accounts that we could make that 400 happen right away if you were to press that thumbs up button. I'd be very curious to see if it were to occur. But anyways. Not gonna do it says, I wonder if there's a process for me to put up my gold and silver in a holding account and get a currency loan against it so I can buy a home. There might be some things where you can hold that as collateral. But that is an interesting concept. An interesting concept indeed. There very well may be something that has that. Oh, yeah. We just finished our coffee. I'm going to go up here. Keith in the mountains, I think he made a good move buying silver this weekend. Max M, stay tuned for my video tomorrow. I think you might find it interesting. Hope you will take the chance to check that out tomorrow, Max M. All right, very good. Let's see here. Kyle Lepp says, has anyone else ever told you that you sound exactly like Scott Farrell? No, that's a new one. A lot of people think I sound like a lot of different people, apparently. Thank you so much. Rivet Man. Rivet Man. Let's do this one, then we'll check the markets. See what Rivet Man has to say, but I got to get over here to make it as applicable as possible. He says, you buy gold and silver. It sits inanimate and provides no utility and bears no interest. In the modern era, its values don't even keep pace with the real rate of inflation. Its only plus is that it isn't fiat, but its price has been and always will be controlled by outside forces for their own reasons and benefit. They will never allow the price of silver to reach as much as it needed for industrial uses, for which price increases would kill those industries for which there is no alternative. Therefore, silver will always run just slightly ahead of its cost to produce as a norm. Mine supply, they always seem to find enough to meet demand. Just like the failure of the peak oil theory, there is no peak silver either. Stacking a little is fine. Everyone, especially preppers, should, but stackers deep is dumb. If you are much over 45 or 50, it becomes increasingly poor proposition unless you're passing it on to family. You can literally age out of it as a means of wealth preservation. I've been buying and holding metals since 2007. I could have done vastly better with an S&P 500 index fund. I'll hold as long as I can, but I'm not going to grave with it. Well, if you've been stacking this since 2007, you still don't understand it completely. And I think that's really the fundamental flaw here, because it does keep up with inflation, and the fact that you said you would have done better in the S&P 500 index fund, well, that's stocks. That's a stock market. You should never compare it to the stock market. That's the one golden rule of silver. Do not compare it to a stock market or the index fund. In fact, I'm going to write that down. Hold on a second here. I think that might be a video. Hold on a second here. Just a second. I can't talk and type at the same time, so you got to bear with me. All right. If I don't save these ideas, I'm going to be gone with it. All right, very good. All right, let's see here. Okay. All right, but thank you for your thought, Rivet Man. I don't mean to be, hope you don't take my comment the wrong way. And I do agree with you for some things about what people have said about peak silver and peak oil. I try to be realistic about silver, though. And part of that realism is understanding it as a metal and understanding that its price will fluctuate. But in the end, if you stacked regularly since 2007, and hold those metals for that long, you will have achieved wealth preservation, unless you bought high premium stuff or bought it exactly the wrong time. But if you practice dollar cost averaging, then boom, you're fine. All right, very good. Let's see here. Weekly Bullion says here, he posted a great video about gold. Says the following: gold and silver are insurance, just as you said. It should give us a base of protection for ourselves and our families. This should give us a solid foundation of protection from which we can then calibrate the other risk we take with respect to our investment and wealth. Another great video, Sal. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. Base of protection. That's exactly right. Solid foundation. That's really the bottom line. You think about those words, foundation and a base. That's what it's about. You don't get that with the stock market. Very good. That's right. You don't get that with the stock market. Nickel stacking is happy with the price. All right. Thank you, Michael K. Have a good night. Sleep well, my friend. Appreciate you. Not going to do it, says here. And I quote, we'll take a look at the markets after this. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I accumulate gold as a hedge, but I stack silver as an industrial investment. I believe gold increases its value due to economic distress, but silver, to me, is a very undervalued, manipulated, critical industrial metal. So I think they will go up at the same time in fiat currency for totally different reasons. It just happens that it's at the same time. Yeah. And it's just it. There's a lot of different things that drive the price of silver, that pulls it and pushes it in a lot of different ways, for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. All right. Let's take a look at the markets now. What are the markets telling us here? All right. Gold is now up only 90 cents now, $2,006.40. So it's a pulling back some of its gains again. Back down a little bit there, up only 90 cents. Silver is up 4 cents, $23.11. Again, this is consolidation. This is consolidation to the upside after the fall on Friday. Yes, indeed. I'm glad you guys are with me tonight. Thank you guys for being here. Platinum Gnome is here. Rolling Thunder is here. Good to see you guys. What a wonderful world. Is that it? Does that sound like Louis Armstrong? It's a wonderful world. I don't even know how the song goes. I forget how the song goes, but it's something very, very faintly familiar to that. Cemetery Shop. I was late to the show on Friday. It's hard to stay awake after I get home from work. Getting old fast. Yes, indeed. I understand, my brother, but I'm glad you're here. Hang in there. Appreciate you for popping in here. RV Magnum says, thanks, Sal. Let me get to this. Pop that in here. Not all gold is equal. What drives me as crazy is 1 ounce of 22 karat gold and 1 ounce of 24 karat gold. Do they both have 1 ounce of gold, or both added metals means less gold than the 22 karat gold? The added metals make the 22 karat gold way more, but it has 1 ounce of gold in it, pure gold, 1 ounce of gold in it, but the other metals make up. That means that it weighs more. I might do a video on that to show that. John Ram is here. Hello, John. Good to see you. I was not sure if I'm ever pronouncing that right, but thank you so much for being here. Greetings to Try Again as well. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. My theory didn't work out. I knew there was enough people here to get us to 300 or 400 likes, but not everybody pressed that thumbs up button. All right. So we've got objective sovereignty, off subject, but I'm correct in thinking, am I correct in thinking 2 ounce coins tend to be the same diameter as 1 ounce coins, but twice the thickness? If so, did you know that the 2024 Perth Mint Lunar Dragon is wider in diameter and skinnier? Yes, I did know that. I got some, it's like getting a 5 ounce, but not quite. More detailed than a 1 ounce without having to fork out for a 5 ounce. Yep. I do understand that objective sovereignty. I've known that for a long time. This is the case, and really the 2 ounce rounds started becoming popular as what are known as pied forwards, which means double thickness. Strong foot is the direct French translation of that word. Like my salivate metal round is 39 millimeter, but double thick. So most people are used to seeing them being the same thickness. But in reality, before that, they were larger diameter. And the Perth lunars have always been a larger diameter like that. Yes, indeed. All right. We've got Homestead Aquarius says, that is amazing. I had no idea that Mongolia had pockets that deep. Much respect to them. I'm going to dig deeper into my pockets for more gold. There you go, brother. Yes, indeed. Homestead Aquarius, good to see you. Welcome. Glad you're here. Virgil Kane says the following here. Let's see here. What does Virgil Kane say? The Pentagon needs silver price to remain low so they can build more missiles. Patriot and cruise missiles contain at least 500 ounces of silver per missile. Yeah, and I might need to do a video about that again, because I did a video about that earlier. I need to rewatch it again, but I don't think they have that much silver, and I think that's a misnomer. All right, very good. Let's see here. Basilio says, great video, Sal. The Austrian 100 Kronen coin was the same diameter as the gold and silver Philharmonics, too. Okay, yeah, I could see that being the case. Right, thank you. Eli says, thanks, Sal, brother. Thank you, Eli. Appreciate you, brother. Very kind of you. And we've got Bosnian Stacker. They look ugly to me. Nice video and thumbs up. The Gods of Olympus. Yeah, those are coins. I ended up selling those at a loss. So I wanted to show them all together. Assessment review after that time. Bosnian Stacker, that's too bad that he got caught. Thumbs up. Man arrested with 1 kilogram of gold hidden up his rear. Yes, indeed, for sure. That's a fun video. I like that thumbnail. Bosnian Stacker also says, nothing matters in this world anymore. Nice video and thumbs up. What really matters. That's right. All right. Very, very good. We have got Silverstruck was first on the old man video. Check out the old man. Looks like a prune on there. The thumbnail. And Silverstruck was first. And my first thought he was first. And Homestead Aquarius says, let's explore. Indeed, and we did in that video. We sure did. Not many views on this one. Rocky Superstar says this. Let's get to this and pop this over here and do this. We can read it. When you say the first currency, you're talking about paper. I think the first paper currency in China, the Tang and Song dynasties. Yep, that's right. But this is the longest lasting currency, the first longest lasting currency, what that is. Metal Seer, thank you so much for the rare super chat tonight. Thank you, Metal Seer. This is their first one on the stream. Thank you, Metal Seer. Very kind of you indeed. Appreciate that so much. All right. Very cool. Do a giveaway. Oh, yes, Pirate Metals, you can. I have to be somewhat careful about giveaways. Just so you understand, there are some legalese about that stuff some years ago, but I think we can do like a flash one if you want to. So yeah, sure. Go ahead and do it if you like. Check out Pirate Metals. And so yeah, go for it. And in fact, if you have something, just tell me to pin it. If you have the question or whatever the rules are for it here, just be careful. Legally, I don't really know what to tell you, but yeah, you can sure go ahead and do that. Nick, thank you, brother, with $4.99 super chat. Make sure to grade your foundation about 5 foot higher dirt that grades away from home. Extend your downspouts away from home 5 feet. Thank me later. Yep, indeed. You want to have good drainage. You don't want to get your basement flooded. That's what he's doing right now, Nick. Thank you. Grade your foundation about 5 foot higher dirt that grades away from your home so that when it rains, all that stuff goes down and out. People ruin their basements without proper grading and cracks and leaks in the basement. That's for sure. You're right. Exactly. All right. And let's see here. And Matthew Crustlife says, I lost my thirdish. All right, there you go. But you're still here. And that's all that matters. Yes, indeed. Silver Honda, who drives a blue Honda, says the following. Here, let's get to this. Objective sovereignty is here. Good to see you. By the way, folks, we are 50. That's right, only 50 thumbs up away from getting to our goal tonight of 400. Can we get there? There's enough of you here that I think we can. We're going to read this comment, then we're going to take a look at the markets. Oh, man, Tony Erickson, thank you so much for the super chat. 10 spot from Tony Erickson. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that so much. You are the man. Thank you so much, Tony. All right, so Silver Honda. Smart dollar cost averaging at the Silver Honda house. Too much whoopies happening there. Silver Honda once out dressed in Santa suit with his bag full of junk and come down to our chimney with his candy cane. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I'd love to, Silver Honda. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh man. Now what would he do? I know he's joking around, but man, what would he do if I was to email him and say, all right, I'm on my way to Florida? Oh my goodness gracious. He's awesome. We love Silver Honda. I love his new profile picture with the sticker on there. Let's explore instead of exploding. Thank you, Matthew Crustlife. I appreciate that. John Bannon. Oh, man, don't spend it all in one place. Thank you, John Bannon. Very kind of you indeed. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, Croesus of Lydia minted the first Electrum coins. I talked about that in my video today. Yes, indeed. Anti-Act Jack is here. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. All right, very good. And we've got Vancouver Stacker says, keep them coming, Sal. Yes, indeed. I keep them coming. Yes, indeed. All right, Red Crawler says, YouTube censorship is real and I'm over the target and it's not good. All right, well, Red Crawler, I'm sorry again. Your comments got deleted. I hope you know it's not me. I think you do know that, but thank you so much. All right, very good. Metal Sea is going to buy 0.125 kilos of gold when the wire clears in the morning if it's under $2,100. Awesome, Metal Seer. That's awesome. Eagle Steve is here. Good to see you. All right, let's take a look at the markets. What are the markets telling us right now? And we can see that the markets indeed are up and they're hanging on to their gains. Even not by a whole lot, but they are. It's been a steady holding pattern here as the evening has gone on. Yes, indeed. So gold is up $1.20 to $2,006.70. Silver is up 4 cents, $23.11. There it is. All right, very good. All right, Nick with another $4.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. Talk me out of starting to fill a tube of gold maples. I really like the maples now, too, and might start a tube journey. Thoughts? You know what, Nick? I'm sorry, my friend. I cannot talk you out of it because I think that's a good idea. The maples are typically cheaper than the eagles. They're the smallest diameter sovereign bullion coin. They're thicker, which I like thicker. And I love the maple design. I think it's a good idea to do. I'm not going to talk you out of it. I think it's a good thing. That's a good tubular journey to do. Yes, indeed. So I can't talk you out of it. I would just suggest look for the dips and buy accordingly since it is that. But yes, indeed. Oh, man. John Bannon was unsubbed from the channel. I'm sorry. Well, if you bookmark the page, you'll be able to see right away if you're unsubbed or not. Sometimes it's been known to do that. It will kick people off the subs. I don't know. I lost like 10, 12 subs in the past couple of days. And I think that's exactly what happened. What happened to John. So they're very good. Slow and steady buy maples, 10 count. There you go. Yes. All right. There you go. Yeah, I don't like the obverse, but they're going to change it to the king. But the portrait of Queen Elizabeth is too cartoony. It's the worst effigy, and it's the longest lasting. The Canadians have not changed it, and they should have changed it. I don't know what happened there. Very good. All right. All right. Thank you again, guys. So there we go. And by the way, we only need 40 more thumbs up to reach our golden item. I think we can do it. If you're here, if you don't mind pressing that thumbs up button so we can get to 400, it'd be muchly appreciated. Kevin Marhar 964 says the following here. Good video as always. Unfortunately, silver is fast becoming unbuyable in Europe due to high taxes and high premiums. Typically now cost 30% over spot to buy an ounce of bullion. That is awful. There are ways to avoid it, but I understand for sure. Yep, it's tough. Darth Stacker, welcome. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. All right. All right. Let's move on through here. And Dean R. Appreciate Dean R. He is the man. Thank you, Dean, for popping in here, and thank you for watching this video. Informative, thoughtful, and educational. Unlike other insurance policies, you don't have to fight. We need to file a claim. Boom! You're right, Dean. Another excellent comment. Exactly. Yes, indeed. Long live coins. Thank you. Check out his channel. Thank you, Jam Unleashed, for posting that. Good to see you. Long live coins is here. All right. Yes, indeed. And Pete O is with us as well tonight. Thank you guys for popping in here. We've got Captain Obvious. I love that new profile picture. Thanks again for helping us get subscribers. And here to cheer you on. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Let's see where you're at in subscribers. If you're not subscribed to Captain Obvious, he's got 59 now. Very good. So, yes, indeed, 7 videos. So check him out. There it is. Nice. Thank you so much, Captain Obvious. All right. Oh, there's Nick. Should I start now and buy one maple? Hold on a second here. Nick, $9.99. Let's take a look here. What gold is doing? It's up 40 cents. So it's kind of, you're almost right where that drop was on Friday. I would say, yeah, go ahead and pick one up. Now, again, you're asking my advice. If it drops $30 tomorrow, I hope you don't get too mad at me. But if it does drop $30, you've only lost $30 on the one purchase, right? So I think you're fine. I think you're fine doing that. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, pick up a maple. I haven't gotten one of the new maples, the double dated 2023s. I thought about getting one, but then I was like, I don't know. I'm kind of tapped out, I think, probably, because I have another gold coming in that I bought instead. Nick, yes, buy it online. Go to findbullionprices.com. In fact, you know what? We're going to help Nick out here. We're going to help out Nick in his purchase. We're going to compare prices of gold and silver coins. So we're going to cheapest gold per ounce. Let's see here. But we're going to look at 1 ounce gold coins. And we're going to see if we can 1 ounce gold maple leaf. 1 ounce gold maple leaf. 1 ounce gold maple leaf, scruffy random years. If you don't mind a little bit of a scruffiness to it, then it's $2,047 per ounce. But for $2 more, you can get one that is from Bullion Exchanges for $43.69 over per coin. I would do that one. At Bullion Exchanges has got them right now. That's going to be the lowest price, but again, you know, they don't always automatically update some of this stuff, but I think that's right. If we click on this, let's see what happens if we go over to Bullion Exchanges. 2049, 2049. There it is. Silver Gold Bull's next in line. So let's open this up over here. 2049. There it is for 1 to 4 of them. Look at that. I think that's your best deal. I hope that helps you out. Hope that helps you out, my friend. That's a pretty good deal on it. Random year. Bullion Exchange. He's checking it out now, so there you go. If you find bullion products like that, that's the website I use for the cheapest. So hope that helps you guys out. Anybody else that's looking to purchase for something. Matthew has liked and subbed. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. 40 minutes ago on this one. And Tomoko's Enterprise. A great Tomoko's Enterprise. On the old man video. This one didn't get very many views, but I was just given a 1935 Canadian canoe dollar. The very first one stamped. Nice. Like new, I wonder if grading it will exceed its book price for the beauty. Nope. Still no gold for this whole fella. Silver all the way, eh? There you go. Nice. Congratulations on that pickup. Might be worth doing it. All right, very good. All right, and by the way, just so you know, I am sponsored by all the bullion companies. They all sponsor. No, I'm kidding. I'm not sponsored by any of them. I'm just teasing you. It's funny, some people go out of the way to tell people that they're not sponsored by them, but if I ever do something and mention a bullion dealer, I'll say that I'm sponsored by them, and all of them know. But I'll just say I'm kidding because I'm not. Actually, one reason why I do that. I was open to it at one time. Then I decided, you know what? Rather than do that, if they want to send a coin or something like that, you know, and I'll review it, that's fine. Or talk about them on one video, then I'll do that. But I don't think I'm going to have as a regular thing. I wouldn't do it as a regular thing. Good to see. Dixon Hills, good to see you. If I was a coin, what coin would I be? Oh my goodness gracious, Backlash. I don't know. Well, I know what coin I'd like to be. A 2000 or a 1907 Ultra High Relief Gold Double Eagle would be the one I'd want to be. Have a good night, John Bannon. Thanks for popping in tonight. Thanks for resubscribing to the channel. Don't know what happened there, but I'm glad you popped back in. Thank you, brother. Clear Lake Drive, Sal, I've never been called a shilling instead of a bob. Some other things, so yep, I hear you. That's right. Yes, it's crazy. Silverstruck. And he says here, Silverstruck, the man, check out his channel, by the way. He says, I like the point you made at the end about currencies having been reset in the past. That's why I like gold and silver. You can convert it into the best currency of the day. Boom, shalaka. That's right. Very good. All right. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Jigsaw Jazz. I appreciate you, Jigsaw. Thank you for popping in, sir. You were the man. Yes, indeed. Thank you, brother. Okay. Skate Army. It says this here. Let's get over here. He says, Sal, it's going to be an amazing show this afternoon. Get your popcorn ready. Exciting times. Alex Jones is back on X today. Hope everybody got to see Tucker Carlson's interview with him. I've not seen it. I'm not the biggest Alex Jones fan, so I'm going to be honest with you. I'm mind-blowing to say the least. Silver's ready for a breakout, guaranteed. As Sal has said, stack, stack, stack. Bye, bye, bye. Thank us later. Thank you so much. I like Tucker Carlson, but I'm not the biggest Alex Jones fan. All right. Homestead Aquarius, thank you, Sal. Thank you, Sal. Register this as entertaining, informative, and informational. I've learned from this so much history to learn about our coins. Yes, indeed. It sure is. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right. Tiger Stacker's back with us. Thank you, brother. And thank you, Nick. Yeah, I'm glad you find that deal there. All right, let's take a look at the markets again. What are the markets telling us now? They're just barely holding on right now. The bears are trying to keep them down, I think, tonight. Gold up only 50 cents right now to $2,006. And silver is up 2 cents. 2 cents. Very good. And yep, exactly right. Platinum. I agree with that. I agree with cemetery shop. Metal Seer, what's the highest premium you would pay on a 10th ounce? Man, it's tough. I'm not really a big fan of 10th ounces because of the crazy premium. But, I don't know. I would say, shoot. Percentage-wise, what would be a realistic one to look for? I don't know because I haven't really priced them in so long. I really have not priced them in so long, so I don't know. Most of the modern bullion stuff, you're just going to pay for it. But if you get some of the LMU coins, the 0.1867, you pay much lower premiums for almost 2/10 of an ounce. That might be the ones to check out, but we'll see here. Could I be replaced by AI in 2050? I could, Gold Chick, especially if somebody were to scour my YouTube channel. There's enough content there that I could be AI. You're right. It's very true. Very true. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Matthew says that face on title. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. A little bit of fun there on that one. And we got Southside Frankie says here. An interesting video. There is indeed a lot of history behind each denomination and type. For instance, the silver 1887 sixpence was discontinued. It had a similar reverse to the half sovereign and was about the same size. The crafty Victorian crooks painted them gold and passed them off, kind of like the racketeer nickels here in the U.S. It's pretty wild. When they were new and luster, the bronze farthing looked like gold in a dark room, and they were too passed off as gold sovereigns. There's a lot of history and stories behind all the denominations. Interesting video, the good old days of a coin that was worth the wait. Yes, indeed, that's right. Very, very true, very true. All right. Yes, indeed. And we've got Hog Stacker says, I'm a big fan of Sound Money. Reynolds wrap aluminum foil, $14.99 in currency. That's right. Outlook is not so good. Thanks, Al. Thank you so much. All right. Bradley Kaiser says, that's about what I think about the so-called collapse of the U.S. dollar. It will change, but will it collapse? I don't think it will either. It's just going to convert. It's going to convert to the new reset. Very good. Don't forget. Thank you, Bradley. I appreciate that so much. Many countries' interest for that to happen. It's highly doubtful it will, for sure. All right. Very, very good. Let's see here. Yes, indeed. Very good. Algorithm Food from Johnny B. Thank you, Johnny B, on this one. He also smashed the like button on this one. But the Debt Clock Secret, which that's another video that series I'm doing. And thank you for checking this one out as well, Johnny B. As we go on through. Electronic metal tester run on batteries. Be handy for farmers markets and other future barter stations. They are rechargeable. It is rechargeable. The tester, the precious metals verifier. Plug it into USB port, you're doing fine. Agreed to be T45. Strong talk again that Tucker will agree to be 45's VP. Oh, really? Yeah, that would be interesting to see for sure. Yeah. We'll see what happens. All right, we've got Fufu Bay says, Sal, thank you for putting your pic on the cover. No problem. You usually don't show your face. I was always wondering what you look like. Hey, no problem, my friend. That's right. Just got to put myself out there. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Steve C says, hold or buy, stack on. Yes, indeed. Stack on, indeed. David Williams says, we'll be interested to see where silver goes this week. Oh, yeah. Sure will be. Be quite interesting. We'll keep an eye on it. I think it's going to stabilize and maybe go up a little bit. EF7480 says the following here, and I quote directly: a legal entity is any business, organization, or individual that must fulfill legal responsibilities per local, state, and federal governing authorities, apparently. So basically everyone or thing that is tied into the legal system. All right. Very good. So it's a very broad-based thing there, apparently. All right, you guys are great. By the way, we only need 20 more thumbs up. That's it, 20 more to reach our goal tonight of 400 likes. And there's enough people in here right now that in an instant, if you were to press it, we would get there. Oh, man. Nick is back, $4.99 super chat. Says he, 2023 1-ounce Canadian gold maple leaf single source bought because it looked cool. I'll rip the assay card like a boss and toss it in a tube. Nice. All right. Congratulations, Nick. You might actually want to keep it in the assay card because those single sourced maples, I think they do have a privy mark on it. But I'd probably keep it in the assay card. But congratulations on your purchase, my friend. That's great. Way to go. They started this single source back in 2022. I think they're going to be doing them every year. A cemetery shop says our Constitution spells it out for us quite clearly. There is no legitimate money in our nation except gold and silver. Exactly right, cemetery shop. Another massive truth bomb that you just dropped there for sure. Yes, indeed. Very, very good. All right. Way to go, cemetery shop. Okay, they do have the privy mark. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. So it does have the privy mark. Thank you. My name is Nobody is here. Good to see David Williams is here. And Abing says, was aluminum ever coined? Yes. Oh, yes. Plenty of times. It's still coined today. To this very day, it's still coined. Yep. Back when the Washington Monument was capped with aluminum, it was much more valuable than gold. It sure was. But since they figured out how to mine it and process it, then it wouldn't happen. Very good. All right. Metal Seer says, many predicting drop for gold. Level is good. Yes, indeed. Yep, level is good. That's right. And thank you so much for the super chat. That's right. Exactly. Yes, indeed. Let's take a look at where we are at now. With the markets, what are the prices doing now? Oh, look at this, folks. Wow. A turnaround. I'm sorry, Nick. Nick is probably going to be mad at me. Gold has just fallen 50 cents now. It fell 50 cents, gold did. Wow. And silver's down a fraction of a cent as well tonight. Wow. Yes, do send me an email of that, Nick. I'd love to see that, of a video of you ripping it out of the assay card. That'd be pretty cool. By the way, the lovely Paula G is with us tonight. Welcome, Paula. So glad you're here. Appreciate all you guys joining me here. Wow, you guys, we only need 75,000 more likes to get to 400. That's all we need is 75,000 more. Yeah, we're getting really close. I love my precious metals community where you guys definitely drop some truth bombs for sure. Oh, never look back. Well, we're going to look back at the gold to silver ratio. And it's at 87.24 right now. Yep, I haven't mentioned that in a while, but it is up high. But yes, indeed. Rhodium is steady. That's what it is for right now because it doesn't trade as often. For tonight, rhodium has been the most stable of the precious metals. Byzantine blockchain says silver is at a strong support. It very well could be. It's hitting that support line. And it's consolidating back to the upside. Yes, indeed. You guys are awesome. Oh, we've got 400 thumbs up. Zook was number 400. Thank you, Zook. Thank you, guys. We got it. Thank you so much for getting 400 thumbs up in this live stream. I'm going to be greedy and ask for 405 now. We're one away from that. Man. And Betty Bop says here, does touching PMs depreciate the return at trade-in? If it does, do they depreciate a great deal, and can you restore them? It's better if you don't touch them, but honestly, it depends on the coin shop. It really does depend. I've heard some people say that bars, for instance, should not be out of their assay cards. Other people say it doesn't matter. So it just depends on where you're at. Your best bet is to not touch them. Now, especially silver because it can tarnish, but even gold too. So keep that in mind. Very good. All right. You guys are wonderful. Let's go over here. Tales of the Illuminati says Nan Double X. That's right. We'll be doing another video of that tomorrow. Let's refresh these comments a little bit more here tonight and see what we've got from the folks in the community here. Let's go back from Robert Morris. Laughing at this telemarketing episode. We had fun. First prank call episode that was. Steve C. Salgo Rhythm. Yes, indeed. I've got a whole playlist of called telemarketing episode prank calls if you guys get a chance to check it out. David G. says, thanks, Sal. I've been stacking light tulip bulbs, hoping they'll come back in vogue. There you go. Get those tulip bulbs coming and going, very sure. Oh, thank you so much, Silver Heist. Yes, the second most popular live stream ever with this last Sunday's Market Watch. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you, Silver Heist. I appreciate it, and thank you for being a part of it. And Silver Heist, you were very kind to give me the stats about the most popular one. And that was cool. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right. You were the man. You guys should check out Silver Heist channel, by the way. Great guy. Very cool channel. Thank you, brother. All right. So David G. getting those tulip bulbs indeed. It's like people. If you don't know, don't touch. That's right. Exactly. Anti-Jack. That's right. Exactly. Yeah. Benjamin Rich. Stay tuned to I'll be doing a video about today's secret window tomorrow. I'll record it after this. But I have a whole playlist of them, Benjamin Rich. If you want to see the past episodes, check them out. John Knox, if you can get some silver coins to tone up nicely, though, that can make them more valuable in the future. Some people really like those toned silver coins for sure if they're naturally done. That's right. Jam Unleashed has been very kind to post a link to Silver Heist channel. Thank you so much. You were the man, Jam Unleashed. Appreciate that. Matt Bittner with an algorithmic clock. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that so much. Gold Maple says here about this video the following. Let me get over here where I can read it. Oh, man. We've been going for 2 hours here, guys. I agree with you, Sal. Currency and money are the same. I don't know if I agree with you that gold and silver are sound money. That's debatable. You could argue that gold and silver are sound money by the fact that they have been used as money since millennia. It can also be argued that gold and silver are not sound money because they are susceptible to fluctuations in price. That's right, in price under the current systems. But anyways, they go up and down like everything else. It can also be argued that gold and silver may not be sound money because most people would use it. Yes, many people stack and collect gold and silver, but they don't use it as everyday transactions. Not everyone also buys gold and silver. Yep, all good points. You're right, Gold Maple. All good points. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Very good. All right. Tony Erickson, have a good night. Appreciate you. I'm sorry you're in pain, my brother. Hope you feel better, sir. Tony, I'm sorry you're hurting, sir. I'll be praying for you. Feel better. And thank you so much for popping in tonight. Take it easy. Rest up and feel better. Hopefully we'll see you Tuesday night and you'll be rested and in better shape. So I guess to get a slurp, I'm going to get some more water here. Slurp might be needed. That's right, Pete O. Yes, indeed. More stuff from Gold Maple there. Good information from Chris Bustler. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate watching that video. And Cole Dead Hand says, hard-earned does not equal valuable. That's true. Yep. I'm happy to trade fiat dollars for metal. Unfortunately, I have to balance my routine need for fiat with my distrust of fiat. I can't trade all my fiat for metal, even though I would like to. Yep, I hear you. That is the quandary we find ourselves in for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. Sergeant Gold is here. What's going on this evening? We're just chilling like Bob Dylan is what we're doing. Good to see Bosnian Stacker. Welcome, Bosnian. And Bosnian says, good history lesson. Nice video and thumbs up. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that as we continue to press on here. The Basic says, I'm interested in First Majestic. I saw the CEO of First Majestic in an interview recently. He seemed to give an honest interview and came off a nice guy. I did an interview with him myself, if you get a chance to check it out. Diversify Cubed from Coins A to Z. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that very much. Appreciate it. As we press on here, we have got Gonna Talk That Smack. Salivate. I'm watching the Sunday live stream. What do you think about wearing silver and gold jewelry? I think that's actually a very good way. A lot of people probably don't realize if you have it bullion jewelry that is actually pure gold. But just be careful. Hold it close to the chest, so to speak, and on your person, so that somebody just can't rip it off of you. But I think that's what you should do. Hold it on to it tight. But I think it's a good way to do it, and it's a good way to preserve your wealth. We can get through airports pretty quickly with it. Yes, indeed. All right. Nick, thank you, Nick. Literally, I bought one silver Britannia at LCS and tossed it under my shed for future generations to find. Milk spots. Yep, I hear you. I've got a milk spot Britannia myself right here. And I just have it as a desk piece. It's ugly as sin. Even uglier than sin, really. It's crazy. Oh, thank you, Pito. I try my best, and I appreciate you noticing, and thank you so much for being here. Very much. All right. Yes, indeed. But I had not thrown this thing under the shed for future stackers to find like Nick did. That's amazing. That's cool. All right. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Lolling says gags on this one. Yeah, we had fun. This is the very first scammer call that I did and posted on YouTube. Seller Marketing Episode 1 is part of the playlist there. Jay says, oh, hey-yo. Yes, indeed, hey-yo. We had fun with this one. Wedge-tailed eagle coin news. Good-looking eagle on that side here, says Adons Van Kampen. But the evil Queen Nazi on the Illuminati. Down with the monarchy. Go for American Eagles and Lady Liberty over Lady of Death. Not a fan, she is. Very good. All right. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. Bosnian Stacker, how much gold do you need to have on you for a custom to make a stink about it? I don't know. If it's gold jewelry, who knows? But I've been thinking if it's in bar form, even if they see it in their detectors and it's just one gold bar, it may raise a stink. I'm not sure. I really don't know the rules on it. But we'll see here. All right. A Silver Chronic says here on this video, last year, 2014, was 50K. Good mintage for enhanced. This year, 90K. Mintage for enhanced. So, yes. And I got a couple of these sets, and they're worth diddly squat. It's crazy. Dale Cooper says, I would love it if platinum and gold fractional pieces, if they were priced appropriately. I still want to get this coin in platinum. Had a chance one time, but I missed out on it. But I did get it in gold. 667, I like the wedge-tailed eagles. I think it's way better design than the Cooks, koalas, and kangaroos. I am with you on that. I agree, for sure. It's the first thing that Mercanti did since leaving the Mint, by the way. AJ Martin, looks like a great new addition. Yes, like these coins. Thank you so much. Arabia 24K Felix, I was done with this coins when they were released this year. I was done with the coins when they re-released it this year. Okay. So he didn't get the 2015s. Very good. All right. Stock Jockey. Stock Jockey was in it. I think this is, I don't know. I wonder if this is still the same Stock Jockey that was in here earlier tonight. I just still don't know. I never got a clear thing from him. I think they spelled it close to the same. But this is a different account. This is a different account. And he hasn't posted anything since 5 years ago. So... all right. Elite Eagle says, I like this coin a lot. The high relief is super cool. Hold your wealth. Thank you, brother. We miss Elite Eagle, too. Miss him a lot. Thanks for the update, says Biker Ride. No problem. Thank you, brother, on this one. And Louis Silver, who used to go by Losing Louis, says here's always got some cool things to say. Let's see what he's got to say here. Says, nice to see the eagle has wings. Perth is doing so much unlimited bullion lately. Who says there's no demand in the world? View Silver Eagles expanding sales. British Royal Mint expanding sales, both Britannia and bullion. Perth expanding sales. Multiple fronts with wedge tails to up spiders to crooks and kangaroos. Nothing to see here. Move along. Lots of stuff out there for sure. You're right. Louis Silver, exactly right. Very true. All right, look at this, folks. It looks like we have more here. Hold on a second here. From Nick. From Metal Seeker. Metal Seeker says, should I buy gold coins from local coin shop versus online? Metal Seeker, yes, you might get a better deal from your local coin shop. It's good to check and see what they have. Yes. But sometimes local coin shops can't be online prices, so it's good to check both. But I would call ahead and see what they've got if it's far away. Betty Boop, thank you so much. Says Betty Boop says $1.99 super chat. Does touching PMs depreciate them? Can you restore? I did answer a comment about that in here, and thank you so much for the question. It depends on where you sell them. Largely, you should not lose too much on spot price if they're going to pay you spot price because it's just bullion for the most part. If it's just a bullion, touching them won't really depreciate them because you're not taking away any of the gold. Can you restore? It can be done, but it takes a sleight of hand for numismatic pieces. Numismatic pieces you should definitely not touch. And just to be safe, keep your bullion untouched if possible. And Nick says, you should bury one silver coin too. Think about it. Yeah, maybe I'll think about that. I'll look into doing that. I might do it as long as I know where it is. Very good. All right, there you go. Let's see here. Bosnian Stacker says, I remember a few years ago in Atlanta airport, they did not want to sell me a carton of cigarettes because I was boarding the flight to Colorado. Their excuse was the tax problems. Yes, that is a deal. That is a pretty big deal with the taxes with cigarettes for sure. There's heavy taxes on those in some places. Pete O with the 99-cent super chat. Thank you, Pete O. I got a hot dog there. I could use a hot dog. Now I'm hungry. Shay says, nay, says the horse. So he's not a buyer of those. Mixed reaction for some of those. Stock market death rattle says, yeah, if you remember a key word from the headline on Drudge, there's a search box at the bottom of the search aside for the article's links. Okay, nice. Did not know that. I wonder if it's still there. Goj Jonte says, I'm glad that gold and cash, so I sleep very well, and stocks are corrected after months of gradual increase. Yes, indeed, that's right. A stock market, says 99 Hedge, is like a roller coaster, and that will never change. True. This comment aged well. You're exactly right. Nick, oh man, Nick gave me a hamburger. Wow, now I'm really hungry, Nick. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Crazy, crazy. All right. Let's take a look at the markets now. It has been a reversal tonight as we head into the third hour now of trading. Gold is now down $1.80 to $2,003.70. Silver's down 4 cents, and platinum and palladium are now both flat. So there it is. Wow, turnaround tonight. They held up, but the bears have won tonight, and they're down slightly. That's kind of a surprise indeed to see, for sure. Wow. All right. Crazy. I actually didn't think we'd see this, but that's exactly what happened tonight. Let's get over here. We've got the BSD says, I'm stacking baked beans and toilet paper. There you go. Got to have your preps in order for sure. Bubba was here. Says, Bubba Love. It's been a long while since we've seen Bubba. Thank you, Bubba, for popping in. Paradigm failure. Most interesting to me is precious metals pricing. Demand up, price it down. Not right. Yep, I hear you. Yep, and it's crazy. It seems to be par for the course. Seems like we've seen. Mr. Silver, the Great Recession that has never left. With advancements in automation taking over jobs in the horizon, what's there to worry about? Yep, and so far now, 8 years later, it's not happened as fast as probably some people thought it would, for sure. All right, it's early, the week is young. That's right, Michael Church. We will see what happens. We can still see silver and gold turn around. So many cords. That's right, silver, the ultimate battery backup. Yes, indeed, a lot of cords there. It's like an accordion. Louis Silver says, if I recall the numbers I ran about a month ago, he says here, a 50% retracement of the bull market move puts us back in the 13,000s. That's my target for reentry. The money I took off at the table at Dow, 17,000. Take care. Now look where we're at now, 30-some odd thousand. It's crazy. Wow. Look how far we've come in 8 years. It's insane. All right. Stacking, packing, stacking and packing. Great video as usual, buddy. Hopefully silver goes down more. Yes. And it's down a little bit tonight, but it's not down where it was 8 years ago, that's for sure. Donald says, keep buying these three things, gold, silver, and propane tanks. There you go. That's right. Keep buying them. Keep buying them. First says, M. Dizzy. All right, he was first on this one, which means that we're done commenting on that video. Now I'm going to another one. Back to this one here. Let's see here. We'll capture this. Metal Seer, are gram and 1/20th ounce gold coins too small? I think so, Metal Seer. I think they're too small, and you're going to pay a very, very, very high premium for those. I would probably stay away from those, honestly. All right, I would not pay for add-on. Says I would not pay for tokens that broke the original intent of the founding fathers. The dollar should have stayed silver. Guns and Butler lead to inflationary printing. That's right, exactly. When you show the Federal Reserve debt instrument and bank shares of 9/11 on it, follow the money. World Trade Center was the largest bank of real money and assets. All right, good. Okay, we'll see there. All right, interesting. Thank you for your thoughts on that. All right, Nick says, thank you, Nick, for the super chat. He'd rather buy platinum than crypto. Oh, wow. Because he hates platinum. So, he really hates crypto if that's the case. Man, I tell you what. Thank you. All right. David Williams is here. Welcome, David Williams. Good crowd here tonight. I appreciate you guys joining me here. Vic says, I was curious to see the serial numbers of the bills. Did I show those? I'm not sure if I did, if they were done or not. But it was like, cool. I just featured one of those in my last video. Thank you. Hex Wuko from this one, which is the rare Seed of Liberty 20-cent silver coins that my friend had back in the day. Betty Boop. Thank you, Betty Boop, for this. It says here, how many ounces of gold, silver is needed for SHTF? It just depends on the situation, how bad it gets, for how long it gets. Some people think that 1,000 ounces of silver is a good number to have for a prolonged situation throughout an SHTF scenario. Gold, that's really just depends on what you're getting, and it had to be a really big purchase for gold to have. Silver, I think, is going to be more valuable for day-to-day items in an SHTF scenario. In fact, Betty Boop, you should check out a video series I did. It's a 3-part video series called Silver and SHTF on my channel if you get a chance. If you go to my channel and you go over here to playlist, I did it a long time ago, but look for the title here, Silver and SHTF, right there. There's only 3 videos, and it talks about how silver will be used in an SHTF scenario. You'll be very surprised at some of the information I provide in this thing, because there's more to it than just silver, as you can see on that thumbnail there. But I digress. All right, but good question indeed. Mr. Oldfang, well done, Mohawk Ironworkers. Yes, indeed, that's right. Pretty cool piece. Silver Rookie, beautiful piece. I like palladium. Yes, indeed, I got a 2015 palladium coin there. Mr. Oldfang says, very nice. Thank you, Mr. Oldfang. All right. Shadowwork, thank you, brother, for the $1.99 super chat, brother. Appreciate that so much. Silver Rookie from 8 years ago. Nice mint sets. What's so freaking special about this mint set? Yeah. That 2009er. Might redo that one. That's kind of a wild thing there. All right. Chris James says, these are nice. Zip would be like to get a set. All right. Nice. Nice to get them. Mick G Silver. That's a cool design. Yeah, I kind of like that design. It's kind of looks really good and enhanced uncirculated too. BSD says nice. And so did 3297 as well. Say that. Let me get to this. Says that it says very nice. Thank you. We're getting close to the beginning of the comments of this video. Second, Silver Stacking Pro, and then Purity on this one. American Liberty High Relief Gold Coin says Purdy on this one. Thank you. Yeah, I like that coin for sure. Up close and personal on it. Videos from 2015. Crazy. And Jack Stacking Silver Hoe says, yes, it is beautiful. American Liberty High Relief Gold Coin. It's grown on me. I really like that design. It's got some modern representation of liberty. All right. Man. Knowing what I know now, if I had to choose between Bitcoin or gold, which one would you choose? It just depends on when I was going to get into stacking. That's the key question here, or get into it. You know what I mean? It depends on when I would start. Bosnian stacker. That's the thing. It's a huge depends. Such a big depends that it depends on the undergarment. Max M with a 99-cent super chat. Thank you, Max. Appreciate that. Very kind of you, sir. And McQ02, one of my bucket list sets for sure. Yes, indeed. It kind of needs to have need to have those. I don't have any of the $3 or dollar coins. They're pretty expensive. All right, very good. All right, Dale, have a good evening, Dale. Thank you so much for popping in, Dale. I appreciate you, brother. Carl Ushanka, we haven't heard from him in a while. He wrote that book, Trade the Ratio. Says the following here. Let me do this. Canada hit a home run with their maple leaf coins. So much detail. I'll be putting this coin on my wish list. Yes, indeed, the palladium one. I have all the different types and styles of all the different ones in the Canadian maple leaf. It's pretty cool. In 2015. The only thing they need is a rhodium and a copper. And I have all the metals. It'd be pretty cool. Pretty wild to have for sure. Multi-Gunman says cool on this one. Two Something Bubba has just given us a washing down. He has sanitized this live chat with a bourbon pump. Way to go, way to go. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, man, Metal Seer with another super chat. Thank you, Metal Seer. Very kind of you. Says this, which is better if the dollar collapses, an ounce of gold or a 45 caliber? Oh, my goodness, that's tough. You know, I tell you what, it just depends on where you're at, I think. What kind of danger you're in. The 45 caliber very well made me more valuable, especially in the city, for sure. But really anywhere it could be. It's crazy. But, you know, I think if you had an ounce of gold, you could probably buy a pretty nice gun with it and trade it for it. Maybe get something in change, for sure. Yes, indeed. Good question. Sean Upton says, very cool on this one. Thank you. Appreciate that, sir. 667 Hodge. No wonder why catalytic converters cost so much, along with containing palladium. They also have platinum and rhodium. That's right, exactly. They sure do. YTTS, beautiful coin. Thank you, sir. Thanks from Bubba Love. All right, yes, indeed. Bubba Love, been a long time since we've seen him. 33, Common Sense Guy. Palladium is the new gold. Yes, indeed it is. Largest unboxing on YouTube of silver. That pushed me to place my second order this week. Nice coins. Thanks for sharing. Thing is, there's one isn't any. Oh, no. Okay, this is my largest silver unboxing. Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate that. All right, and we've got ZXC here on this one. Haven't seen him in a while either. It says this, sets like this are difficult to assemble because the coins are more often available slab. The best way to make this set is to buy them slabbed and cleaned at a discount, then crack them out and place them in a capital plastic holder. Yep, true, that's right. All right, very, very, very true. What was the Japan scare Lost in Space? Yeah. Now that's a set. Yes, indeed. Pretty cool. That is a very special set. Let's get to this. It says here, do you count the Eurozone? Any country in the Eurozone would have more. I think there are 8 denominations for each Euro country. Can put their own design on the national side while keeping the Euro side consistent with the Eurozone. I'm unsure if there's mint marks or commemoratives involved as well. Yep, there are. But they're all separate sovereign countries, so it doesn't count. Which makes I think that this set is probably the most coins ever of any nation in the world. Probably still holds that to this day, for sure. I'm pretty sure that is. All right. Man, that's some pretty stuff. Your friend is a lucky man. He sure is. Have all those here. Giving me gold fever, says John. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. We don't see John as much anymore. I hope he's doing well. The Silver V, we don't see as much either. We love the Silver V. The Little Gray Box, yes, indeed. Did a video about that for savings. Pretty wild. Forgot about doing that video. The Drive Staff Drew says, nice sets. Thank you. Thank you. Very cool. And ERV says, nice sets. Thank you so much for this one and that video. Steve AG, who still comes around, appreciate him. He says, finally, I'm going to take a look at the markets after this. Beautiful pieces, Sal. The $20 gold pieces are my two favorite gold coins. I love the history behind them and a great showcase on these. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. The Silver Blackbird says that's a nice collection as well. Yeah, it'd be neat to have them in a nice Capital Plastics holder for sure. Very good. And let's see here. Let's get to this where we can implement that there. Because I thumbed this comment up from that time ago. All right. Here's where the markets are. Look at this. Silver is breaking out again. Pushing back through. Up 4 cents. Gold is down $1.30 and silver is up. Platinum is now up a little bit too. It's pretty interesting. Very good. Very good. Jeff Reynolds. Oh, man, Jeff Reynolds. Thank you so much for the super chat, sir. Very, very kind of you indeed. Thank you, Jeff Reynolds. Coffee is on me. You were the man. You were the man indeed. Thank you, Jeff Reynolds. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Hold on a second here. I'm going to check something. Okay, I think this Peter guy is a spam account. Yeah, I think this is let's see here. Yep, that is Ken Shinji. Back again. Ken, you gotta get with the program and stay away from this program with your Ken Shinji. You can't be doing that, brother. Crapster. I should have seen him before. But that is Ken. Yep, is Kenshi. Yep, gone. Thank you. Yep, thank you, JM. I saw that too. I was like, I saw that. I was like, yeah, it's that crazy. Yep. Well, 79. You know the deal. All he's been in here, and all he has done is just troll. And so it's like, you know. So yep. So he's gone. He's out of here. All right. Very good. And see, I was gonna actually bring the original Kenji back if he could be reasoned with, but the problem is he can't be reasoned with, because I've tried to reason with him, and so now he's proving himself to be a troll because he actually goes through the time to create a fake account just to come in here and trash us and trash silver and everything. Yeah, I kind of feel sorry for him too. But anyways, I really don't do that very often. It takes a lot, but he's obviously abusing, and really just becoming disruptive for, you know. Very good. All right. There we go. Stay with me. Money is simply a medium of exchange. Currency, on the other hand, is merely a specific brand. How do we know that currency does not equal money? Because many old, outdated currencies undeniably still yet exist are not a medium of exchange, as I talked about in this video. You're right. I talked about that in this video. In fact, the currency that I showed in this video are not a meaningful member, and they've basically been sunsetted. They've expired. Currency does not equal money, and assets does not equal money as necessarily. It's the same reason why no precious metals are money necessarily. Only if when precious metal is actually used as a medium of exchange, then it can be fairly called money. Well, that's why I like to refer to them as dormant money or commodity money. But the thing is they actually can and are being used in some places as money because of their value, the intrinsic value. If thin sheets of gold are actually used as a medium of exchange rather than as an asset, collectible item, then yes, it would be money. And that's exactly what the gold back is being done. It's being used as such. Gold is not money for 99% of the human population, though it was once money. I like to see blobs and chunks of gold once again be used as actual medium of exchange. Till then, gold is obviously a valuable asset. Yeah, no, I understand the nuance there, and for sure, I definitely understand that and get where you're coming from. But but the difference is I see them as, well, it's like the Bank of International Settlements. Gold is actually transacted as money between central banks. They buy it, but really they just convert it, trade it up to it. Yes, indeed. Very good. Let's see here. Where are we at here? Let's see. Let's do another slurp here. Mr. Oldfang, golden sets for sure, he says there. Yes, indeed. Golden sets for sure. That's right. FA 5234, superb collection shown in a very nice set. Serious collector there. Yes, indeed. Yes, sure is. He is. Database expert, cool coins. I don't have any of them. Too expensive for me, but I love them. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Be nice to have them for sure. I don't have them either. Gold, gold, gold. That's right. That's what it is. Woo Dog Recording says, serious business. Yes, indeed. Sure is. Serious business indeed. All right. Very good. Glad you guys are with us tonight. Good crowd tonight still. Let's take a look at the markets. I'm actually long in the tooth here. 2.5 hours I've been going. My throat's getting a little bit sore, and I've got more work to do. I've got to do another video and touch up some finishing touches on another production. So the work never ends, but I wanted to hang out with you guys, and thank you so much for being here. One more market watch. We see that silver is indeed up slightly tonight, up 2 cents, $23.09. Gold is down $1.70 to $2,003.80. And gold to silver ratio is at 87.15 now. So I appreciate everybody being with us tonight. We're going to be here again on Tuesday night at 6 p.m. I hope you will join me. And I want to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for being here and leave you with this sage piece of advice. And that is this: to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care. See ya.